Good evening, everybody. Dadman Walking 55 here, coming to you live on the east coast of the great USA at 8:01 p.m. I know you're not here just for me because I have got the incrediblest hostess with the mostest. I can't believe I use that old phrase, but anyway, the real star of our wonderful duo here tonight. Without any further ado, bring her on in because she's worked her butt off to help to get this stuff prepped. The great, glorious Mrs. Dadman Walking.
Hello.
Oh my
How is
gosh,
everyone today?
I I will tell you, it was a busy day at work today. I actually worked hard today because I had
Oh,
to do get a report draft. Got close, but didn't get it quite done. But we'll be done tomorrow. So
oh,
how
well,
that
good.
goes. So I'm just gonna put a tweet out now.
Okay,
So come
doke.
join us. So hey, but everybody that's here, thank you for joining us already. We're gonna talk and greet you in just a minute, and um, so
Wow.
Mrs. What about this trip? Let's just start with a little bit of you know, just a real quick general thought before we say hi to the chat.
About the trip,
Yeah.
it was long. It was fun. We've learned some things from this that we will do differently next time. Um, Unfortunately, family trips, you do have to have some organization. I want to do a trip next time with just us, where we kind of have an idea where we're going, but we don't get hotel rooms, we don't do any of that, and we just kind of go with the flow because there were so many things that we had to like rush or not do because we had to get to a city.
Oh my gosh, yes.
There
Wait,
were so many things,
folks,
and
stay
so
with us. Wait till we get to the return trip in Wyoming. Dear God, there was one place that
yeah,
we would have never left. Do you know that place that we would have never left had I
I
turned
know,
loose on that one thing that was in that
I
place?
know.
Oh, so oh man,
Wow, we got a
yeah.
big
We're,
chat already. How cool is
Exactly.
that?
9 people already. But hey, folks, we're up to 318 subs. We got another one today. Share it out with your friends. Hey, we'll get to 350, 500. You never know. But hey, what's most important is you great guys here on the ground floor that have really worked and supported us. And what we're doing with this too is to kind of say thank you to a lot of you guys that really rode along with us in these day trips and saw like a lot of our live drive streams. So this will be a chance to really look behind the scenes, and we're planning on breaking it up for a multi week event. So we'll do another show again tomorrow night. So, did you say this was our first day or first and second day? I can't remember.
Um, we are going to be going through, I don't know how, 3 days.
All right, all
We're
right,
going through 3 days today.
all right. So, all right. What we'll do with that? Hey, on that note, I've got the tweet out there. So, folks, if you're on Twitter, go ahead, retweet that out. Bring your friends and everybody in. But hey, sit back, relax, and do what Snortopoopas had done an hour ago. Go ahead and climb in the back seat with a picnic basket full of snacks and enjoy the ride with us. And hello, humans and other critters from the Snortopoopas keeper. And I'll go ahead, Mrs.
Oh, hello.
And
Sorry.
we got Mr. Angel here.
Hello.
Who's grabbing his tea. All right. And the castle is here. Howdy, castle. Good to see you. And the wonderful theme park casual. Hey, kids.
Hello, hello.
Great to
I'm
see.
trying to get, I'm trying to, I had to
Oh,
go
okay.
to a different um, browser.
Uh huh.
And so I'm trying to get my Twitch on here. Uh,
Gotcha. 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 And then we got the great stunning and brave Megatron. Yes. Hey, stay around for the end of the show because Stunning will be our guest this next Sunday. So hey, talking Transformers and other stuff. Snortopoopas, I put Krakatoa blowing up on hold to be here. You're more important than an exploding volcano. Thank you, Snortopoopas. That's why you guys are great, especially you. You and your cousin is doing really good snickerdoodle. So, oh, Theme Park Casual said along the way, we laughed, we cried, we had a great time. Absolutely. We appreciated that because, some of these were 11 to 13-hour drives after you did stops and everything with it. And you guys really helped us pass the time.
Oh my gosh, you will never know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And hello to you, Wade. Good to see you today. Thanks for coming by. Jess is here. Hey, Jess. Remember, everybody, throw cake out in the chat. Happy birthday to Jess. Yes, it was Friday, but we celebrate birthdays for at least a week around here. So, hey.
Just a week?
A month. Okay, Jess deserves a month. How about that? So we'll do that. Hey, Gap After Dark. Hello, back to you, Gap. Good to see you tonight. And see, Gap's got the cake in the chat. All right.
All they want to do is just log into Twitch on this stupid thing. And it is being such a pain in my patoot.
Well, Stunning. It might be close to that. Stunning wants to see an epic drive-by flip-off segment to drive Steve's. We've had one or two of those that we had to bury, but hey, it's all. And Snorter Poopa says, happy birthday to you again, Jess. Now, Mr. Angel says he wants to see the poking of the Yellowstone caldera. Aha.
Okay. I think I'm good.
You think you're good?
Oh.
The Yellowstone caldera. What's the Yellowstone caldera?
I have no idea.
All right. Well, hey. Oh, man. Look, there you go. Tons of cake for you, Jess. Tons of cake, everybody here for that. Yes, exactly. Okay. So
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yes, go ahead. You can sing it to Jess. Hey. Oh, that's it. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just trying to put my own.
Did you get Gap App? Did you say hi to Gap App?
Yep, said it. Gap. Okay. Hi to Gap. Yep, okay. Absolutely. And I'll throw a pancake in for you, Jess. Why not? In the spirit of Fortnite and man cakes, why not have a?
Oh gosh.
Why not have man cakes? Have some pancakes in here.
Well, talking about Fortnite, we do have some that someone that kind of infiltrates some of these pictures. Kind of.
Oh yes. Hey, yes, we had.
So.
We had
and even get ready for Fortnite, even when we're not playing Fortnite.
Oh, I was happy with this one. This was so cool. But hey, sit back and relax and enjoy it. Enjoy it. So hey, all right. And Gap says hello to you, Mrs.
Hello. Yeah. I can't really type in the chat because I've got one on my phone. I got one just in case we have something bad happen. And plus, I'm doing all the slides, so it's ready for the Mrs. Boomer moment.
Yes,
and not the Dadman Boomer moment. So
hey, you did turn the volume off. Remember?
Yeah, my phone volume is turned off.
The
last time I said here a couple times, and it gave my address.
So it's way too funny.
Like, yes.
Yes, it was not me that time. That's what's always awesome when it's not me, Yes.
It's like, oh, crap.
Exactly. And Mr. Angel, I see you're hard at work out there. The newest of the mods of the channel, putting it out on various Discords. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it so much.
Yes.
And Star Poopa says, boomette. Hey,
yes,
all right.
Yes.
And Gap says, we will all boomer together.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, we will.
Well, we've got 10 great people here watching us now. We're on the Twitch side also. Follow us over there if you haven't. Make sure you smash that like button over here. Subscribe.
Let me do that before I forget.
Yeah, I know. I forget to like all straight. I mean, on many channels. So
yes,
even when I'm a mod.
Yeah. Well, are we ready? Are we ready to start? Because we got a lot of crap to go through.
I think we are. We're about 10 minutes in. If everybody else comes in at this point. No sense holding up the great people. And we actually have a great picture for Snorter Poopa's Cuber tonight.
Yes.
So
just for you.
Yeah, and especially when he said this little bitty up here that let me go back, re-highlight this one. I see this is what you guys are great. When he said he put Krakatoa blowing up on hold to be here. And we're more important than an exploding volcano.
Well, thank you.
All right. All right. So we started off from Florida, obviously, and we left. Of course, our ultimate destination was Yellowstone up in Wyoming, Montana area. And then we turn around and come back. Now, as you know, we do have done a show Detour with the Dadmans for a few months now. We just kind of go off the road and we do a trip here or there and some things. We've done the Sugarcane Festival, the Aplaca, um, some other ones.
All of a sudden, I can't think of any.
I know.
It's like,
but this is a trip, Mrs. Don't you say that this was really a detour with the Dadmans that really had detours in it?
yes, yes, detours and trauma and so much that you all experienced with us as we were streaming live most of it when we could.
Oh man! And then for all of y'all that were with us at Wilson's Creek when the AC belt really started announcing itself, I think it started before that, but that was the first time I really noticed it.
It was really bad then. Yeah.
So, but yes,
So,
Gab wants to see the Bigfoot Museum.
oh, we'll have to find that. We saw Bigfoot,
Mm-hmm.
but not the museum.
So we started in Florida. We went. First day was really just kind of a sleep. We got pre-positioned for the next day.
Yeah.
So day one, we leave Florida and we end up going through Alabama and into Louisiana.
So actually, our 16-day adventure probably is going to end up only being like day 15 because we didn't count the day from us leaving our home and we just went to my sister's and slept and then left. So we didn't count that day. So it might really only be 15 days that we do. So, but it was still 16.
Exactly.
I'm counting the day.
Exactly. And yes, that does count as a detour because anytime for Publix for food, absolutely.
Yes.
Little technical issues. Little technical issues. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yes, that's screaming.
Oh, and I'm going to tell you, we might be trying to do some audio on videos and things. So we'll see if it works. I'm a little nervous about it. So if it doesn't work, oh well.
All right.
It is what it is.
So our first adventure stop is it what I think is Bama Hinge.
Bama Hinge.
You got to take everything, make it Southern. Got to put Bama in it. But yeah, you heard of Stonehenge? Well, you got Bama Hinge, folks.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. Now, do you want to talk about this or do you want me to describe this?
Well, the artist made these out of fiberglass and then he brought them over here. There is really no signage how to get here at all. We found it because we use Road Trippers, which is the background. It's an app that we use, and it told us about this. And we say, oh, let's go to Bama Hinge. And we followed the directions, and we looked in the comments to make sure the directions were correct. And we got here to Bama Hinge. And it is a replica, partial replica of Stonehenge.
It's partial because it's not the entire Stonehenge reproduced.
Right. And here, and this talks about it. If you want to read it any, you can.
Yeah.
Can you read it?
Before you use partial replica of Stonehenge that we refer to as Bamahenge. As you can see from the figure below, the original Stonehenge is a complex structure of at least 50 stones, perhaps many more yet to be discovered. Bamahenge, although not a complete replica of the original site, has the same astrological alignment as the original. That is to say, in the morning of summer solstice, first day of summer, an observer standing within the stone circle looking easterly through the entrance would see the sunrise. Wow.
Oh, interesting. So that's a little bit about it. And then,
so the original was located in Wiltshire, England, approximately 2 hours west of London. So it's prehistoric, I guess. Hey, thought to be constructed in phases between 2000 BC and 3000 BC.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so it said archaeologists believe that the construction required more than 30 million hours of labor. Wow.
Yeah, those rocks got to be heavy. They still don't know what the purpose of Stonehenge is. There's no records, but they had some theories that ceremonies, burials, cosmological and astrological uses. Others debates center around how prehistoric cultures with only their primitive tools, could build such a complex structure.
Hmm.
Um, so who knows? It's
Yeah,
cool. I'd like to go see the original. I think it'd be really cool. Yes, those Bama druids.
we're a tricksy bunch.
Yes, they were. So
Get,
to kind of give you an idea of how big these are, look at who jumped into you.
hey, there you go, studying just for you. Uh, look,
So
look,
that
yeah,
actually is.
this is studying sun rising over a porta potty.
Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
well, no, we didn't. Well, at least we weren't offered any free moonshine. But no, hey,
Let me tell you, to get here, we kind of drove. If you guys were there for the very first live stream we
yes,
ever did, and we were driving, and there was just like gravel on the like a gravel. There was no sign, and I'm like, turn here, and and Dadman's like, what? I'm like, no, turn here, and he turned here, parked, and we walked a little bit down, and there was Bama.
exactly.
So
So yeah,
yes,
Mr. Angel said that at one point it was used for sheep herding too. Huh?
interesting. Who knows? No, you
Bang bang.
cannot kill. You can only kill Remedy.
Yes, yes, exactly. Only remedy. There you go. And Storm Pooh is a magical unicorn.
Yes,
Exactly. Which is funny, this was the first live dry stream, right?
yes.
Well,
Oh,
we also hey Jeremy, yeah, saw that. But this is also the first live dry stream. You remember
yes.
our magical accident that happened?
Oh, yeah. At the very end, I showed our faces, so we had
Yes,
to edit
exactly.
it. But we learned how to edit it when we got home.
Exactly.
So
You're
yeah,
all better. You're better off looking at the beautiful pink unicorn.
yes, you are. Yes.
Yes.
So here's some more pictures of it. It's just kind of cool. It is a fiberglass. So you touch it, it's fiberglass. It's not
Hmm.
stone. And then our next stop, Bucky.
Bucky's,
Bucky's
which is
that was
really,
so crowded that what did we do?
we just got gas and left. It was like,
Yeah,
forget this.
it was crazy crowded.
Well, and
Um,
it was a bizarre pull in though, because
yeah,
we made a left turn, but the right lane was blocked off past the first entrance because of like those barricades that they put up.
yeah,
So you
it
had
was.
to go all the way down, and you had to really go around your butt to get your elbow, or your around
Yes,
your elbow to get to your butt.
yeah,
It was really an odd design Bucky's. But
yes, it really was. So then after
yeah,
what?
exactly. I just you know, yeah, it's like stunning. That's later down the road, dude. That's a little bit later down the
Yes,
road.
yes,
Well,
yes. It is like an old version of Stuckey's. I do
yeah,
remember them. I don't know if you remember Stuckey's.
I remember the name Stuckies. A lot of them I
So,
remember were off like on U.S. highways, though,
mm-hmm.
not necessarily interstates and things like
Yeah.
that. So, but yes, so um, oh no, is that Saturday prediction of Stone Age buddies in Wiltshire? Bucky's in the Stone Age Bucky's in Wiltshire. Maybe, maybe
It's
we'll see.
Busey. Don't you remember? What did they do?
Busey,
Bus-
Busey.
What did that person? Gosh, what idiots they were. That it was a TikTok. Okay, so anyway, stop 3.
Yeah.
This is so cool. I did this because I really thought Dadman would like this, and
Yes.
it was so really cool. We did a little bit of a live stream with it, but we didn't realize there were more, so we
Yeah.
missed a bunch of them on the live stream. So
It was
yeah,
crazy because really it was like that you could circle the whole building.
yes,
We were
yes,
just on one side of the building and didn't
right,
realize it. I think the wall went all around the building,
yeah,
and
it
we found
did,
some other interesting pieces around.
right.
So
So at first, when you drive into the parking lot, you see this, which if you guys can tell, it's a basketball player
and
throwing a
hello,
basket, and here's the basketball hoop.
hello Eva. Good to see you tonight.
Hello.
Good to see you. And Cap says hi too. So
So there's that one. Some of them, there's really no explanation to them. They're just A
That was kind
basketball.
of freaky. That was, to me, honestly, that was like the it was like Slender Man or something, like because he's so tall, so
He's
thin.
a basketball player. That's why, because he's tall.
This
Silly.
looked like Nightmare Before Christmas or something.
Okay, okay, I'll grant that. Okay, and then we have a weightlifter, and these are all done by the same artist, um, which we will see his name. I want to say something Larson. All
Yeah,
of a sudden,
it's
yeah.
Larson. Yeah, you'll.
But he did all
Oh
of these,
wow.
and they are scrap metal. And if you
Mm-hmm.
kind of look up close, you can see all the pieces that were
Yeah,
used.
because you've got springs. You got it looks like a shock absorber in there.
A shock absorber, a
Yeah,
spring,
it
hinges.
truly
So really,
all
really,
kinds of pieces of metal and parts. It's really a fascinating thing to see.
and then the runner
Mm-hmm. And notice the head is a wheel.
is a wheel. I just find it just so fascinating. The oh gosh,
Absolutely. This stuff is really really cool. Gap says it's really cool metal art. It truly is. If
yeah,
it's in Daphne, Alabama. So if you're anywhere down there, it's worth a stop
it's
to
what's
pull
going.
off
It's,
there.
yeah, and
And
then the
and
dentist.
like Castle said, that's how I look like at the gym, like a machine.
Yes,
Yes.
I look like a broken down old machine that
Oh
doesn't
no,
work
you
very
don't.
well. So here's a cool one, the gymnast. I mean, with metal, and look at how graceful to me that is. That's just so graceful. I
Yeah,
just did
we
that
talked
one.
about
So
Stuckies. We talked about Stuckies earlier. Snore Poopas thinks there's still one in Yeehaw Junction off the Florida Turnpike.
there might be. We might
That's
have
kind
to
of
go
cool.
look one day, do
Well,
another
look.
detour.
Well, hold on. Go back to the runner real quick if you could, because like I think that this Cylon, a little Battlestar Galactica reference here. Cylon working out. Oh no no no. Go. I'm sorry. I think he might be talking about the uh that one. Yes, Cylon working out. There
Oh,
you go.
very
Nice
cool.
one, Mr. Angel. Yes.
Yes, it's an I like stunnings. They do.
Motorcycle Autobot midway through transforming. That's
Yes.
cool.
Oh no.
Oh no, you don't. No,
So
we
there's the
refuse to
gymnast
buy
one.
that.
I just think that one's so pretty.
The gymnast was really cool, especially based on the angles. You know, when you
Yeah.
got away from it from a distance, see that's the really close up view.
Right.
But when you back out a little bit, you can get more appreciation for
Well, you see
like a
how
real
they did
gymnast on
just I mean it's metal and how they still made all those graceful curves and
it.
stuff. I just think that's so cool. And then we have the bicyclists, the cyclists, all different ones,
Hmm.
racers, para racers, old timey, and kids.
Oh, I like look at that big, huge the bike. The one.
Eight,
How
19,
the heck do you?
1880s.
How the heck would you ever get on that thing?
I don't know. I
Man,
don't know. I wasn't alive back then.
that'd be crazy trying to get up on something like
Oh,
that.
there's one of your favorites,
Yes, the baseball guy. I
the
wish Woodfoot was
baseball
here
guy.
because this was this is one of those two right here with the big old baseball and you like you said, you see the gears, you see how they make it in there, and really cool view from the back.
Whoops! I went too far. Oh, there we go. A chain
Yes,
spine.
and look like that looks like a Ferris like a roller coaster gear belt right there. So Snorter Poopa said the old one is called a penny farthing.
Yeah, yeah, big wheeled one. Yes,
Oh, I couldn't imagine how
I
you get on
know.
that
Since
though.
I did not remember that, but yes, and I still don't know how they get on them. And what's so cool about this place? This is a U.S. Sports Academy. Is that
Hmm.
what's it say? Wait, there's a sign. United States Sports Academy. I guess it's where they train for athletes. And so on here, which is really neat, if you look for the baseball, they have a lot of the. You got to tell me who these people are because I don't know.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah. Rogers Hornsby, old Cubs, played for the Cardinals. Gabby Hartnett, Cubs. Dizzy Dean, great base pitcher, I believe, many years ago. These are the really, really old guys, the classics there.
And then they
You know,
go and they have some that are a little more
yeah,
current.
these are more current. Whoopa would like these because he's got some of his Cardinal guys there. Uh, that type of stuff. So, you got Barry Bonds, with the Giants there.
Yeah.
Jeff Kent also was another Giants star.
Cool.
So it's got a combination of modern and old school.
Right.
So something
And
for
they
everybody.
and they didn't just have statues, they had some murals there, which were really kind of cool looking. And then this one, which scared a
Yeah.
lot of people, but our short that we did on it got a lot of views, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It was actually one of our first views that actually had quite a few. One of our first shorts that actually had quite a few views on it.
Bruce Larson is the artist of all these.
Yeah.
So there's that swimmer that go watch the short. It's really kind of cool.
Yes.
There's just another angle of it.
Yeah. It's one of those that you think it's freaky now in the pictures. You should have seen it live in person. It's like, what the heck? It reminds me of Aya from Green Lantern animation series. A little bit with that thing with the head there with the, I don't know, the circle, other two-tone bell thing. So
yeah,
kind of like her head things used to be. So
cool. I'd have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't. Well, it was Stunning would because Green Lantern animated series. But Snore Poopa said there's a YouTube video about how to get on a penny farthing if you're not prone to nosebleeds.
Oh,
that is interesting.
I'm afraid of heights, so I probably wouldn't like it. And then this one, we're not going to show it right now, but it's the Iron Bowl, which I think is so appropriate because now explain why this Iron Bowling with these teams because you're
okay. Let me pull this down real quick there. From there. AFK's coming in. Hey, AFK, welcome. Snort Poopa said it looks like the Mr. Board Queen.
Yes, it's just kind of scary looking.
Oh man. So the Iron Bowl, if you're not familiar with, is the annual rivalry in college football between the University of Alabama and Auburn University. The Crimson Tide and the War Eagles / Tigers / Plainsmen. Auburn is the school that has so many nicknames. So, but if you if you're familiar with those schools, which we have a few subscribers around here that do, this is the big rivalry, like Florida, Georgia, Florida State, Notre Dame versus anybody, those type of hated rivalry games. And this is a big time hated. Texas, Oklahoma. Go back one more. So, yeah, but in this one, it shows that this was dedicated by Nick Saban, who is the University of Alabama's head coach still, but this was dated back in 2010. This particular Iron Bowl was it was a throwback to that particular game because at it then January, the sculpture was January of 2010, but at the game, Bobby Bowden was the coin toss, and it listed the offensive and defensive coordinators for teams. So, are the players actually on these? These are the players, I think. So, it's a really a cool thing to look at with this. And an Iron Bowl, if you're a Bama fan, if you're a Auburn fan, definitely a nice piece of treasure there here for that. So
is it time for me to go forward now?
Hold on one second. Somebody said something out here. Don't tell Keely Chow. Alabama versus LSU. Alabama versus Auburn said yes. Oh man, Gap, you sound like you know some football. So hey, we love that around here. But yeah, go ahead to the next one. So this is why it was significant. And look at this cool position of this. You can see that the ball's coming out of the quarterback's hand throwing it while he's getting pressured. And you can see how it's just at the end of his finger coming off the throw. And if you, I don't know if we can get even closer in here because you still see all the metal.
I love how they do the face helmet gear and all that stuff.
Yeah, it really, really, really was cool. And then they got the paddings how they've used the metal for the paddings, um, and all that. I think we can go ahead to the next one.
Oh,
Oh no! Wow, was that all we had on that one? All right, well let's go. Yeah, there you
that's
go.
all we had on that one.
All right, but still, you can see that's another good angle because and look how they're angling them like it's a real humans playing the game right now. You see the bend in the legs, you see in the bodies. It's really, really cool with what they were able to do with this particular statue. It was definitely an active statue.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. Did you have one that was your favorite, whether we have a picture or not?
Well, we have my favorite. I like the gymnast. I really do. I think that even though they use metal, I think it kind of is just so symbolic of like what a gymnast is. They have to be strong and all muscle and solid, but then they also have to be graceful and fluid. And that's what I think that sculpture did. I mean, it had my goodness, it's made out of metal, but it still had that graceful and that flow like a gymnast has, even though they're strong and solid. Um, so that's why I like the gymnast.
I really was surprised with this one. I thought this was really, really cool, especially with this one. And we almost missed this one. Mm-hmm. Like you said, we walked in, we did a video, and then we kind of cut off. And then
we
started exploring the property. Yeah, exploring the property. And
so this is cool. You guys ever can get down to wherever this is,
Alabama.
It's worth going to. So, and then we drove to our next place.
Yes, we left here because we're headed over towards Louisiana for the first night. So,
but on our way, we saw
the USS Alabama.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't noticed, look here. See, well, I can't show you, but watch. Our little detour person moves as we go. So
yes.
So you'll be kind of seeing us traveling. I don't have a car. I just have our sign, but it moves. It's really cool. Because I'm pathetic, and I thought it would be fun.
I think it's nice. I wouldn't say it's pathetic, but hey, Snort Poopus said, I've been aboard Alabama. Trivia. The drum was at the Washington Navy Yard before she was decommissioned. I toured her a couple times as a wee cub. Saw her again in Mobile. Absolutely. I tell you what, the Alabama, I love this ship to go on. It's so big you can get lost on. Mm-hmm. The dadgum Mrs Dadman Walking's family annoyed the fire out of me. They take me to a battleship. I get like an hour, and then they are all hungry. We gotta eat. I'm like, look, I'm not even.
But we went to a cool place. We did go to a cool place.
Yeah, the throw and roll thing over there, which we didn't do this trip, but that's a nice story with Aang catching all the rolls where we had to cut them off to say, please quit throwing rolls at us. But yeah, the Alabama, you could get lost. I mean, you can get in the turrets, set up on the anti-aircraft guns. I mean, it really is a fabulous ship, top to bottom, and you can definitely get lost in this thing. And it also has a submarine, and I can't remember the name of the submarine that's right next to it. Or the drum. No. The Snort Poopus had it right there. The drum. That was a submarine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, exactly. Cool. Because right next to that, to the Alabama, they put the drum in there. Thank you, Snort Poopus, for remembering that, because it's really a neat part to go. I mean, you can learn how confining a submarine is. I mean, these more modern submarines are a bit big, but they're still confining. But those World War II submarines, man, they were real tight.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And the Alabama, though, I like I said, I could get lost. You could play in the guns and the history of this ship. It's just amazing and stuff. Hey, let me finish. There's one thing that I want to. Can I take a quick digress, real quick? Since we brought up,
it's too late. You already have.
Okay, sorry. Oh, by the way, Snort Poopus likes your car. Honk, honk, honk.
Thank you, thank you.
And
I should have gotten a little Kia and put
there
it
you
in
go.
there.
Yeah, we could have. Hey, maybe next time.
Maybe I'll
Uh,
look for a little Kia.
Gap said the USS Drum was donated to the USS Alabama Battleship Commission on April 14, 1969, and brought to Mobile to join the USS Alabama. Yes. Well, there was a story, and I do not remember if it was the Tang, or it might have been the Tang before it was sunk in World War II. But there was one of those stories with one of the shows that I watch now, that one of the commanders were trying to make sure the morale stayed up in his on his boat. Well, he had, just before they were to pull out of Pearl Harbor, go out of port, he sent a couple of guys off to through the dry docks to take an ice cream machine off of one of the surface vessels. So they brought it back, got it there, and they pulled out a dock just before the MPs and all started coming around looking for the ice cream machine. So
Hey, ice cream's important.
exactly. And hey, Mr. Angels put us on Discord. Hey.
Awesome.
All right. So, and Snort Poop said they used Alabama to film the Steven Seagal movie Under Siege. Even wrote the plot so they could include the drum.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. I thought they really used the Missouri. But man, dang. All right. Well, what did
That's
you know?
cool. Well, cool.
That's awesome. And there's nothing like those good old World War II battleships. So,
Mm-mm.
they really, you can spend a lot of time and really have a lot of fun with them and
Mm.
a lot of history. But as you know, if you're a student of history, you understand how the battleships became very outdated with the advent of aircraft carriers and that stuff. So, all right, Mrs. I'm sorry. I'm just enjoying talking battleships. Oh,
Yeah, we won't put those in again.
oh man. Okay. Anyway, so stop 5. I think you should talk about this one because this was definitely one of your babies.
Oh, this is just like I said, we found it on Road Trippers. I thought, oh, well, this will be fun. And you literally just pulled into the parking lot, went, oh, wow, that's cool, and left. But it was the world's largest rocking chair. And it's actually what it said it was. It's a world's largest rocking chair.
Yeah. I mean, this is one we did a short. I mean, we were doing a live stream with this one, and we didn't even get out of the car. We just kind of filmed it.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just like, okay, we
So
didn't even have to move this one.
that's some of the fun, silly stuff we found. I mean, I saw
Mm-hmm.
things which weren't near us, but the world's largest rubber band ball and things like that, which
Yeah.
would be fun just to do. Um,
Uh,
but yeah, that was it. That be impressed, everybody. Go ooh and
exactly.
ah. That's it.
Ooh, it's
Ooh,
really impressive though in person though.
it's big.
Yeah, Snorter Poopa said they couldn't film on the
They
Missouri at the time. She was still active duty and nuclear weapons aboard. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense. I did not know that there, Snorter Poopas. Thank you, Mr. Angel. You like battleships? Ooh, we got the channel for you. I did. Yes, there are some that I've seen out there. Drakenfell is one of the great ones out there, especially if you like engineering. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look at this. Sort of
Yes, it
Poopas.
is. It is a polar bear. It is a giant polar bear sized rocking chair. It'd be so good. The polar bear family could sit on that rocking chair.
Or, hey, like
Yes,
AFK says, you
yes,
got to be off your rocker to not find that cool.
exactly, exactly. I just thought that was neat.
Absolutely. Okay.
And then, oh,
Woo!
raising canes. We raised some canes. Look, see, our little car moved. Look, we're way over here now. Um, so,
Absolutely.
so, yes, raising canes.
Our first time at the great, glorious Raising Canes. Now, why don't you explain
Okay, this
this
is
to
the
everybody?
story of how the restaurant got its name. I'm going to read it.
Well, can I
Okay.
let me ask one question? Who out there is familiar with Raising Canes? First of all, and if you are, did you know that? I mean, the story that you're about to hear. Let me know if you knew about this story. But go ahead, Mrs.
Okay, so raising canes. So Todd returned from home, who I'm assuming was the owner. Todd returned from home. His Alaskan sockeye salmon fishing adventure a big success. Now he had enough money to make his dream of opening his own restaurant come true. Now all he needed was a name. Todd thought naming the restaurant Suckey's Chicken Fingers would be a great idea. Family and friends thought otherwise. He needed a name fast. Finally, a friend gave Todd the answer. It was sitting diligently right in front of him. So Todd named his restaurant after his dog, Raising Cane. So that is how the restaurant got its name. Isn't that so cute?
That is adorable.
And it was financed by catching fish in Alaska.
That is really, really cool. I did not know. So now AFK had not heard of the chain. I don't think Snortapoopas had either.
Well, if you ever have a chance to go try one, all they do is chicken fingers. The thing that sets them apart is their sauce.
Now, of course, AFK loves it because of the puppy, the dog.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yes. What sets it apart is the sauce.
Yes, exactly.
So here is a picture of one of the meals. You get, this is the, what is it, caniac?
Yes, that was the caniac. It was the
we were insane.
6 chicken tenders.
A buttload of fries.
Garlic bread, coleslaw.
And
look, Snortapoopa said, named it for his poopy. Yep.
Yes, and crinkle fries. Absolutely. Well, it was really good, but I will tell you, I will never get the caniac again unless I'm sharing it.
Yes.
Because it was a lot of food.
But what's
you're used to getting, chicken tenders that are, a half that size. So getting 6, you're basically getting 3. Not these. They're huge.
Absolutely. What's neat though is, like people told us later, you can sub out the slaw for more garlic bread.
Yes, the slaw wasn't bad.
But what they're really known for is this sauce.
This sauce,
which is kind of like you'd say, not really Thousand Islandish, but it's like
I can't describe it. It was good.
Yeah, it was.
What do they do with the dipping? Well, here, Snortapoopa is asking a question. What do they do with the dipping sauce? You dip it. You dip it, you drink it, you put it on the fries, you put it on everything. It is an amazing sauce.
I will tell you like this.
With that. And I don't like dipping sauce.
Yeah.
I don't like dipping sauce. I like that stuff.
Well, let me tell you, I'm sorry. I keep talking over you, and I don't mean to. I'm sorry. Two of our friends love this place, right? The Great Clobbering Times told us that he buys extra sauce for this. You remember? And our friend Squeaka apparently drinks the sauce. So hey,
he eats French fries with it. Uses just loves it.
Yes, it's like that's how. He's like, how do they make it? We're not quite sure, but
it's good.
Yes.
And Mr. Angel says he has to hold his breath for a long time to get here. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm sure you have restaurants over there that I would love to go try that I will never get over there again.
Well, never say never. You never know what might happen, but hey. But this is Raising Cane's, folks. We had heard all about this place from so many people. So we got to eat this on the trip into Louisiana that day.
And also,
this is actually from the restaurant the next night.
Yeah,
we actually got to eat Cane's twice on this trip. And the next night I had the chicken tender sandwich, which, was a little bit different. Of course, didn't put enough sauce on it. That I needed more sauce, but hey. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You could see. Oh, yeah. Talk about Squeaka splashing around in the sauce. Yep. Absolutely.
So those.
What's funny with this one was this was on the second night. This was the first night we met up with the full group. And, my brother-in-law was wanting to eat dinner. So he ate dinner with us while everybody else was still full. So
yeah,
that was cool.
It was good. So that was there.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Then
we go and we meet
the Great Clobbering Times.
And he suggested this restaurant, which was amazing.
It's actually he told us that Drew Brees, the NFL quarterback, our former NFL quarterback, is part owner in this. So hey, whoa, hey, OC Dobbins is here. He loves
Ooh.
Raising Cane's, and they have it in Los Angeles now. Wow.
Mm,
Yeah, we hit the first one in Alabama, believe it or not, and then we got one the next night in Mississippi. But hell to you, my friend. Good to see you.
yes. And then we found there's one in Athens,
Ooh, yes,
Georgia.
exactly.
Not Greece,
Oh,
Georgia.
look what Snorta Poop is. I wonder if he researched it or something.
Huh.
Mayonnaise, Heinz ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, garlic powder, salt, freshly ground black
Mm.
pepper.
And I tell you, if they say Heinz ketchup, you better use Heinz ketchup
Yeah,
because the other ones, they ketchup tastes different.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Ketchup is not created equal. So,
No.
uh,
So here's some of the inside of walk-ons.
it was a really nice, clean place, though. It really,
Yeah.
truly was. It was. We called it a good time. It wasn't busy.
Yes.
We could talk. It wasn't. And I actually enjoy meeting Clomber times for a bit and
Yes.
just shooting the bull and you know get good to meet up with somebody like that too. We like meeting up with
And
people.
yes, we love meeting up with people, but also we love eating good food. And you got to
Yeah.
look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at
Yes.
that. Oh, ooh, just that like voodoo shrimp. Ooh, with corn grits. Oh, it was so good. That was my meal.
Dang. Say that again.
What?
Present that the way you did that.
Oh,
The way
voodoo.
you said.
Oh, I don't know if I can. Now I'm embarrassed. Voodoo shrimp with corn grits. Mmm.
All right, folks. We're going to end this stream right now. I'm just kidding. No, just
And then
wow.
Dad
That's
Man,
like food asthma you just did anyway. But that's
and then Dad Man, you could say what you had.
all right. Oh yeah, he's an old librarian. Him, he gives good Google. Yes, red beans and rice. I'll go to Louisiana. I'm going to have red beans and rice there. It's really authentic. It was really cool. So, exactly. Oh, I was sitting there drooling on that. Now this
Oh,
is a black and red fish, though. This is a black and red fish with a tomato salsa and a street corn. Um,
mm,
so it was really very good. But hold on before you go to that next one, okay?
okay.
Yeah, that next one we're gonna have to make because we go have a great. Um, actually, it was not spicy. It looked spicy, but it didn't. It was more of a mild taste. I would not say
Was the beans and rice spicy?
the beans and rice not overly. They had a little something into them, but I've had spicier at Popeyes. But
Right.
to me, the ingredients and this
Oh yeah.
red beans and rice was much better, though.
Oh yes, yes.
Definitely much better. And then we're making Mr. Angel hungry. It's late for him over there. And Starter Poopa said, I would love to meet Clavy and Trek talk all night, but I don't know nothing about comics. Hey, listen, if you ever get over that way, I'm sure he'd love to meet just because, we could talk Trek all
Oh,
night. But yeah,
great guy, great guy. It was fun to meet
great
him.
guy. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
like so, and we got somebody else. We met up with somebody else for later in the trip. We'll talk about too
Oh
on
yes.
another day. And I think Gap After Dark is enjoying the food out there too.
Yes.
So,
So
like I
we
said,
did.
folks, we're going to talk lots of food here on this trip. So
So well, yeah, some. So we did do dessert.
yeah,
Now,
get ready.
do you want me to show it or say what it is first?
Say what it is first. Kind of
Okay.
be very dramatic today.
Okay, it's bread pudding,
Oh,
but it's not your typical bread pudding.
no, I meant let's say like it's bread pudding.
Oh no, I have
Very
not.
sweet bread
Stop
pudding.
it.
What?
Oh,
Okay,
oh God,
sorry.
that's like creepy. Tell everybody, tell them not to do that.
Sorry about that.
It's bread pudding, but it's not just your ordinary bread pudding.
All right.
It is made with the most amazing ingredient that you could possibly think of.
Oh, this is not just bread pudding, AFK.
Oh no, it's
It's
amazing.
not.
It is bread pudding that is made with Krispy Kreme donuts.
Krispy Kreme donut bread pudding.
Now that just makes my skin crawl. Krispy Kreme.
Sorry.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
gosh.
We've been married too long. With like the donut glaze on top of
Oh
it.
God, folks, it tasted like a Krispy Kreme donut. I do not
Yes,
like.
a diabetic dream.
I
Uh-huh.
do not. I really do not like bread pudding. I don't. But this was awesome. Souls. Sort of in regard, Raising Cane's 5 miles from me. Nom nom. Oh, there is. Hey, we may have to do a road trip, Mrs. Maybe
We
we
might
can
have to
go say hi to Snortopoopas.
throw on his human costume and come by.
Exactly. Hey, all right. I did not know. I only thought they had one in Tallahassee.
I don't
That,
know.
but if you have not tried it, Snortopoopas, go give it at least try it because we loved it. The sauce is amazing. I mean, everybody tastes are different. Some people may vary. So, but it was a great experience and the food was awesome. But you'll love the garlic bread too. But yeah, this one though, what's so funny was we had eaten dinner and Clavy looked at us and we were kicking around. Do we really want dessert? And we're kind of like, yeah, hell, we're on vacation. It was just the first night. This was really the first night away from everybody. And like, dang straight, we're going to do it. I've been good for all those months. Let's do it. And no, Snortopoopas. I did say that, but that's how impressive this was that he, that this bread pudding sold me over. Big
A lot
time.
of the reason he doesn't like bread pudding is because it usually has like this gummy. I know there's like a texture to it that he doesn't like, but this was like chef's kiss, amazing.
Exactly. OC just got diabetes looking at it.
Oh yeah, diabetes.
I'm plundering the fridge now. We've put Mr.
Oh,
Angel over the top. So let's see, Holy Moses, according to Castle. And yeah, now that if you didn't know you had a Cane's down there, that too. But oh my gosh, this dessert. Yeah, okay. Like I said, this was not just your average bread pudding with it. So absolutely worth it. And let us say hello to Atwood. Hey, Atwood, good to see you tonight.
hello.
And I do agree with you. Banana pudding's my favorite pudding. But see, bread pudding's not really a pudding, though. It's kind of like that Yorkshire pudding over the Brits have. It's not really pudding. It's
got
like
a custard in it.
yeah.
That's what makes
So.
it pudding.
Oh, God, Mr. Angel. I'm robbing ice cream store tonight. Your fault. What?
We'll take the blame.
No, just no. I think I posted this. Yeah, I'll take 2, please, from OC Dobbins. Oh my gosh. Exactly. So, all right. Say, Castle. I drove by Cane's yesterday. It's about 25 miles from my house, give or take. Have you tried it yet, Castle? Because people like Pat S. and Clobby swear by that place, and Clobby, especially with that sauce, and Squeaka drinks the sauce, like we said earlier. So people that love it really love that place. So if you haven't tried it, give it a try. So we got a place called PDQ up here, which we really, really like. So I don't know. And Nanner pudding. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Charge that phone. Hey, stay around for lurking. Castle, not yet. Dude. Hey, Mrs., you ready to hit the road?
Yeah, let's go down. We'll go to Cane's.
All right. We'll be in touch, Castle. We don't mind driving across everywhere for good food.
We'll drive for food.
Exactly. So, but God, speaking of food, this dessert, you notice we have not advanced the frame. I don't blame. I'm just sitting here drooling.
It's because you told me not to.
I know, and I'm like, but you see the glaze. Not, people thought maybe the whip. That's the whip topping. Like Cool Whip on top of it, but that is the sugary glaze from the donut down on the plate. That's truly a Krispy Kreme donut. So, all right, Mr. Angel said, burglar found an ice cream coma and refuses to come out unless more donut bread pudding is delivered. Bring it, or the decorative plant gets it.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh gosh! Oh my gosh! Atwood apparently got in trouble by calling it Nana pudding once. I asked him if they use real nanas to make the pudding. Apparently,
no, Snortopoopas got in trouble.
Snortopoopas got in trouble. Oh, apparently the guy thought I was asking to eat his grandma. Whoa, hey, yeah, hey, well, hey, polar bears, they might think you're after the people.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, those snortopoopas. Yeah, but see, that's why people can't appreciate somebody like Snortopoopa's great sense of humor. That's like, hey, and Atwood's an hour plus from one. Hey, dude, try it once and just see if you come up with an excuse to do it. But I do agree with you, Bojang. The problem is I don't like Bojangles chicken tenders. Bojangles chicken tenders are not. They're kind of like average little dinky things compared to these at Cane's. These at Cane's were like what we have a PDQ here. They were big, chunky. They were really good, high quality chicken. Um, I love Bojangles for bone-in fried chicken, but guess what? They closed all of ours down here. Ugh.
Yep.
So, sort of poopus. Change the picture before I eat my monitor.
Okay.
All
I
right.
should.
All right. So, all right. So now back to sports ball. Yay! For all
We
you
had to.
fans.
We had to stop by here. I
Yes,
stayed in the
exactly.
car in the AC.
Exactly. So, but I tell you, yeah, I've been to proper Bojangles. I've been to proper Bojangles, but I just, they closed them now on us. So, but hey, I don't know if Gap After Dark, if you're seriously into football, I know OC Dobbins is. We're going to be having our football show coming up again. This featuring the SEC this year. And it was so sad. I wish we had a few more days because I would. We passed so many stadiums or signs to so many stadiums. We were in Fayetteville with Arkansas. We could have done a tour of all the Western teams. It seemed like, but look back. But we did get to stop at the home of the. No, is pure food torture. All right, hey, we want you to please. So keep you coming back for more. Tiger Stadium, also known as Death Valley, is known as, if not the toughest, one of the toughest places to play, not only in the Southeastern Conference, but anywhere in America. When LSU is
Why?
good,
Why? Why do you
it
consider that?
it is so loud,
You're
especially.
lying. Okay.
And I'll be on. I'll be blunt, honest, and any of the, this is where I wish I had some LSU people out in the chat because all the talk is, especially you want to play LSU in the daytime, like at noon. Because when you got a dark night game, the Cajuns have had all day to get drunk and liquored up and all that stuff, and it is hell over there. They bring it. It's a really tough, loud place to play. So,
Mm.
and that's why it's called Death Valley. Teams go there and just don't do well many times when LSU is good, but you know how that comes and goes. But it is generally revered as a very difficult place to play. So, but
Oh.
it's my first time to be on campus at LSU. It was in Baton Rouge, and we got to tour this around the outside a little bit. I still personally think University of Georgia has a better campus and a better stadium, but we unfortunately we did not get to look inside the stadium. But as we advance the pictures, we can show you they do have a nice area out and around the stadium, though. It really is neat to see. You've got very distinct gates. A lot of times, the places that are around where we have been are like gate. There you have one or two gates in the corners of the stadium, but they had them all around the stadium that they had here. Not sure what family gates are. Probably people that sponsored.
I
Uh,
bet you that is
yeah,
what that
boosters,
is.
stuff like that. That's a. Oh God, Atwood, you're fired. You're fired.
No, no.
I know. That's okay. I got too many dog fans around me. But this really was a nice stadium. I was not impressed with the campus because of so much construction, but it was a nice stadium, I will say, from outside. I wonder what it would be like to sit in there for a game, though.
Yeah, I
So
wonder.
we could go ahead and advance. Tiger Stadium, folks. Tiger Stadium. And this is the little plaza out in front of it. It's got, as you can see, a bunch of stuff. We got a few pictures of some of the stuff. They've got some other markers to previous teams, Hall of Fame players, championship teams, and even Mike the Tiger is out in front. Oh, Mr. Angel said sitting in the Gladiators. Exactly. So Tiger Stadium there, and it's the Champions Plaza. You see Mike the Tiger right there. And, These are
I've got a picture of Mike the Tiger. I just don't have them yet. So
yes,
I,
exactly. Can you scroll up a little bit more and then zoom in so I can see a little bit better? Um, yeah, because so they got little markers to different players that have played over the years. That's conference, all SEC teams and players and stuff. So positions. So really a very interesting marker that they have out here in the really a nice plaza. I know Gainesville has like the Tim Tebow statue, Spurrier, a couple statues like that, but it's been so long since I've been there. But this was really nice to see how they've uh, really built like a big football area that's a throwback to their great teams and great players over time. And like OC Dobbin says, yeah, it is a tough place to play. They very, very tough, because I think Bama was at LSU last year when Bama lost that game. LSU went for 2 in overtime. So, we go ahead and we can advance from there. We got, they got different. There's Mike the Tiger. Hey, if you're an LSU fan, this is your big type of thing. So,
yeah.
Well, we'll have to see about that. So, that would, I love it. Have too fun. So, this was a topic because I remember Claudia asked me if I saw Mike the Tiger, and I was like, "Yep, saw Mike the Tiger." So, he's there. And this is what's cool with college football and college sports to me is when you get these traditions and things like that. This is what makes college sports special to me. Compared to the NFL and the NBA and all the pro sports is, you don't have these type of traditions like Mike the Tiger or this, that, and other. Instead, you get some jackass like Jackson DeVille, the mascot for the Jaguars, that just wants to be a butthead to everybody. So anyway.
Yep.
But I digress. So beautiful, like I said, beautiful stadium area right here. I wasn't as impressed with the campus, but if you you can see right here, they've got different different landmarks or memorials to different type of things that happen. I believe this might be, let's see, 1959 Heisman Trophy winner.
I have no idea what this is.
I believe that this might be Billy Cannon, I'm thinking. 1959. So, let's see. Hold on a second. Let me do this real quick. I think I took this picture out of order.
Oh, did I do something wrong here?
No. I did when I took the pictures. So, give me 1 second. I think I know what this is, but let me double check before. Hey, this is part of learning the process and stuff. We're improvising. We'll see if Dadman can research on the fly. And let me see here.
There's a lot of 1959s there.
Yeah. Let's see. Billy Cannon. Yes. Billy Cannon. Billy Cannon. I was right with that. We'll see a statue to Billy Cannon. Billy Cannon was a 2008 National College Football Hall of Fame inductee. As what we said.
Is this all about him?
Yes, this is about him.
Oh, wow. Yes. That's cool.
Exactly. Gap says it's cool. Gap, are you a college football fan? I'm always on the lookout for college football fans. Snorter Poopa said, I don't think they rename college stadiums for corporate sponsors, do they? Not corporate sponsors, but the University of Florida has not only Steve Spurrier Field, but we got Ben Hill Griffin Jr. Stadium at Florida Field. Because I guess if you give enough money as a booster, you might get the stadium named after you. So may not be corporations, but then again, that's an on-campus stadium. Some of your teams that play off-site and play in like city-owned stadiums, probably like the Pitt Panthers, do play in a corporate-sponsored stadium. So it just depends. And yes, thank you, sir, for reminding everybody, smash that like button. I appreciate you being here. So thank you. I'm wondering, OC. I don't know if you OC. You might be the only one that might have out in the chat. Have you ever been to a game at LSU? Because I that would be. I've got cousins that have been to a lot of the Gator Road games, and I actually have one that may come on with me this year in football. So I might have a chance to ask that question to them about those type of things. Oh, wait, okay. OC said yes, yes. Can you describe that in a few words? I hate to put you on the spot, OC, but I've not. I've only watched it on TV. I've been told what it's like, but especially being an Alabama fan going into the stadium, it'd be like some stadiums you go to, you try to dress neutrally. You don't go in as your own team. So, but then again, I've also heard Bama LSU absolutely. So, but yeah, if you could describe it, because it's like, so I've had cousins that have gone and some stadiums treat them bad and stuff. But then again, I also have heard about Gator fans treating people bad. So unfortunately, that's the dark side of sports. But this is generally known as one of the loudest places to play too. Oh man, LOL, the fan base tailgating were intense. Wow, exactly. And I think that goes to what I said earlier. That's why you want to play them early in the day, not at night, because the later it goes, the more alcohol and it really gets crazy. And I thought UCF was insane. I went through UCF campus once, and they were tailgating, and the college students it was like the Roman days of craziness and debauchery out in the fields. And I was like, damn, my kids are never coming to this place. But yeah, I could imagine the tailgating was big there. And look, Snortapoopas, Tampax Stadium had a certain ring to it. Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
yes,
So,
yes.
well, we'll go back to that. But Billy Cannon, he was.
Okay, so we're ready to go.
Yeah, we'll go back to that. And if OC has more to say in there, I'd love it. Oh, we're tied at sub count. Woohoo! Or who? Yay! I thought you had more than me. Anyway, it's all cool. Hey, love it. But hey, yeah, okay. They are the bad drunks. Yeah, exactly. You want to, yeah, that's what I'd heard. So, 318. Woohoo! Yay! Thank you. Yes, 318. Yes. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here and supporting. But Billy Cannon was played at LSU 1957 1959, and you see he was a National College Hall of Fame inductee in 2008. The first pick in the 1960 AFL draft, the Houston Oilers and the LA Rams in the NFL draft. That predates the merger of what is the modern NFL. Before you had AFL, you had NFL. In 1976, he was inducted into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame, 75, the Athletic Hall of Fame for the university. 1959, his jersey was retired. Wow, that is something to have your jersey retired just after you in your playing career. That's really something. And of course, the 1959 Heisman Trophy winner. And you can see all the other stuff the awards he got going back. 1957 All SEC sophomore team. And there was a day and age in that freshmen did not play college sports. That you only really got 3 years because they didn't let freshmen play. And so that 1957 would have been probably the first year he actually saw time in college on the field. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, and I think it was a rule. I think it was a rule that they were not allowed to play. They had to kind of sit, and then eventually it changed over the years. So, all righty. So, but that's a little bit about Billy Cannon. We should see a little bit more about him. Okay, I picked this. If you could scroll up on it, you know why I picked this? This is my birth year.
Oh,
so that's why I picked it for 1970. For my birthday. We got 14 people in the chat with us tonight. Hey, folks, thank you for being here.
Was that really the only reason you picked this?
Yeah, that's the only reason why I picked it. Yeah, because it's my birth year. But make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. If you haven't, make sure that YouTube hadn't doinked it and hit that like button and follow.
Oh, look who's here. Whoopa.
Whoopa, 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 whoopa. Hey, Mrs., when I'm done talking about this, can we go back to that baseball thing real quick?
Yeah, let's finish looking
Okay. Yes,
at
exactly.
this.
Good to see you, Whoopa. Hey.
Okay. You want
Um.
to see the next slide?
Yeah. So I just was trying to take
There.
Charles McLean. There you go, Billy Cannon, right there. There you go. And this is what made this real. This plaza was really a nice touch, I think. A I know OC and I have our opinions about LSU, but truly they are a storied program and they do have a tradition and they do have a history. And it's really, this plaza was a really good encapsulation of a school with a history of of good football. And
And they honored their history.
yes, exactly.
That was really
So,
kind of cool.
oh no, Snorta Poopa says I'm a kid.
Okay, so you want me to go find that other thing?
Yes, if you could do it, and we can drop that right there. But say,
Okay.
Snorta Poopa said they retired my jersey, but that's because I never washed it. It really stank. No one wanted it. But you know what, Snorta Poopa, you know what? You don't wash your jersey. It's like sometimes in baseball, you don't wash your underwear if you're on a hot streak. You know, you don't step on the baseline. You don't wash your underwear. You go until your streak snapped, and then you decide to take care of it. So,
Okay.
yeah. All right. All right. Thank you, folks, for letting us go back a little bit. Whoopa's the resident baseball guy. All
Well,
right.
do you want
Whoopa.
to show them the statue first?
Yeah, exactly. Start with the statue first.
Okay.
And we'll start it with there. Hopefully Whoopa's still here. Ta-da! This was in Daphne, Alabama. This was the National Sports National Sports Academy.
United States Sports Academy.
Yes, United States Sports
It's right
Academy.
there.
And look, they make this out of gears, tires, all kinds of scrap metal. These are scrap metal structures, sculptures. And as we go around, you can go ahead and show how he's made. Look at the back because you got that belt there that goes right up his spine.
A
Really,
chain.
really cool. A chain, yeah. It reminds me of a roller coaster. It really does.
Yes.
Oh, oh God, Snorta Poopas. What's underwear? Jeez. I guess for a bear. Oh, Whoopa says RoboCop plays in the MLB. Well, for this team, he does. Exactly. So, and then I thought, here's they have different names etched into different bricks around the stadium. There's around the building. There's a walkway, and this is on the statue itself. As you can remember, if you're a great baseball historian, Rogers Hornsby, Gabby Hartnett. Let's see, Frank McCormick, Dizzy Dean from the Cardinals. Hey, there you go, Whoopa. Dizzy Dean from the St. Louis Cardinals. How about that? And Marty Marion. Oh,
there's one here.
Stan Musial. Stan the man, Whoopa. Hey. So a tribute got quite a few of the Cardinals in there. And then they actually have a few more of the more modern Cardinals. Albert Pujols.
Twice.
Twice, yes. 3 times, actually. 3 times. So, and then, of course, Barry Bonds, which, and so, yeah, there you go. See, Whoopa, I figured you like this, and thank y'all for letting me go back to show this to Whoopa live. Dizzy Dean and Stan the Man, absolutely. So, but that, that's why I thought you'd get a kick out of that. So, all right. So now we can get back up to where we were. So we saw LSU Stadium, Tiger Stadium. I will say it was a pleasure to get to do it, and I'm glad we did it. You know why? It was only 5 minutes down the road. And I tell you what, that happened to us a lot of times on this trip. Is we were just close to things, and if you stay with us for these couple weeks, you're going to see where we did some things where we're like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Screw it, let's just do it. Whereas we, instead of looking back like, oh, well, I should have done it, And Whoopa said, if not for Barry Bonds, Pujols would have had 2 more MVPs. # cheater. Yep, it's the juiced up era. You remember those days, so. I got you. I know how that's frustrating. So then what does that happen? We had dinner with Clobby. We had that great, well, we won't show everybody the picture one more time of that great Krispy Kreme bread pudding dessert. But it then brings us to what, Mrs.?
The end of day 1.
Exactly. So, hey, we are So we end up in Baton Rouge at the end of the first day. Yay.
Yes.
All right. So
Now
now,
I've got to change slides. Give me a second.
okay. All righty.
Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum,
Yeah.
bum,
Hold music. Hello, folks.
bum,
Hold that
bum.
tiger. Hold that tiger. Oh, God. Now I'm doing LSU crap. See, stop me.
Okay.
All right. All right. So, anyway, well, we got on day 2 now.
Now, wait. If you notice, the map has changed on the background because this is we start here. This is where we're at here. If you look down here, see down here where my little cursor's moving? And we're going to move all the way up here and go to here. And that will be day
Yep.
2.
Absolutely. All right. So, without further ado, we will hit day 2. We'll get in the car and we'll get going. And we're on the way to Port Gibson.
Yes.
So this is Louisiana still. A little bit of sightseeing and a little bit of the bayous and stuff you see there.
We're in Wilson, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Then we drive through Norwood, Louisiana.
I remember that part of the drive had a lot of covered
Yes.
trees over the roadway.
Very, very pretty. All of it was pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't show any ugly pictures.
Nope.
And Centreville,
Mm-hmm.
Missouri, right? No,
Yep.
yeah,
Centerville.
Missouri,
Mississippi.
Mississippi. Missouri's M-O. Sorry
Yep.
about that. Mississippi. I should know that. That was shame on me. And then we go to Gloucester, Mississippi.
Yep.
And then this is something we just saw on the way, which I thought was funny.
This whole stop was interesting.
I just think that's funny.
This stop is very interesting. I don't know how much of it you feel like sharing, but
I'm trying to remember the stop.
Remember the lights?
The lights.
It was a convenience store in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I had to go to the bathroom, so I went to this little convenience store. Little small family owned convenience store. Well, I go to the bathroom and there's no toilet paper. So I'm texting Dadman that I need toilet paper. But in the process of me texting Dadman that I need toilet paper, they have automatic lights and the lights went out. So I'm sitting in the dark texting Dadman that I need toilet paper. So he goes up to them and he says, my wife's, the lights went off in the bathroom instead of really focusing on the fact that I need toilet paper. So finally God understood because they kept saying it's automatic lights. It's automatic lights.
His wife understood, not him. His wife understood.
One of them kept saying it's automatic lights. Well, finally, one of them finally understood that I need toilet paper. So they gave Dadman toilet paper to bring me. So that was
crazy.
That was that crazy story.
And yes, see, I was stuck. Yeah, I know. And one more thing to add on to Hicks Chicks, nothing says this is so perfect in Mississippi. So
yes, nothing says that than being stuck in a bathroom in the dark with no toilet paper.
All right, and we'll keep going.
And then we do this is our first detour, legitimate detour.
Well, it started really with Port Gibson, and we're driving up the way, and I had this. I kept telling Mrs. There's something about Port Gibson. I should know that. And then, well, actually, studying, we did have it. It was, we had
a roll of toilet paper in the car, but I just didn't think I had to carry it in with me everywhere.
Yes, jeez. Exactly. Always be prepared. But I was driving down the street, road, and I'm like, this is familiar. There's got to be something south of Vicksburg because our focus was getting to Vicksburg. Port Gibson, boom, we pulled off into it. And then, then later up the road, we had no clue about Grand Gulf. I remember now Grand Gulf was an engagement, but I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get there then.
Okay, so
there's
a Battle of Ports.
Yeah, exactly. And I will probably do more talking about Port Gibson and Grand Gulf when I talk Vicksburg, because we got so much of Vicksburg and stuff to do as a separate show. But what then? Which then? Or
Just all of
Atwoods?
them. No, all of them. Just start it. Just start
No,
Mr.
no,
Angel
didn't have
and go
that.
down.
Here's a flashlight. I can't a flashlight. Oh my god. Y'all are great.
I would
Y'all are
have
great.
loved to have walked out with toilet paper on my foot Atwood, but there was no toilet paper to put on my foot at the time.
Oh, exactly. So
Therein lied the problem. I would say therein lied the
absolutely.
rub, but that just doesn't sound right.
Well, basically, folks, what we'll end up doing with this is I'll have to do a little more focus on the Vicksburg pictures because to do the rest of this trip tonight, we can't spend too much time in
Yeah.
Vicksburg, but like it talks about U.S. Grant. This Port Gibson was recognized as the first place where Grant moved south and crossed the Mississippi to be on the same side of the river as Vicksburg, and it's a precursor to the siege of Vicksburg and ultimate fall on July 4th. So, you get signs. There's not really any battlefield markers still in here. The GPS said we were at a battlefield, but
And we were
it was
at houses.
exactly. So
Might have
that
been.
exactly. So then there's more information. There's a couple
Yeah.
little signs about the federal occupation of Port Gibson. There's just a little small town right here. And like I said, the Union victory at the Battle of Fort Gibson secured Grant's bridgehead east of the Mississippi. So, and Mr. Angel's going to send me a storehouse full of toilet paper. There
Yes.
you go.
Yes.
So, this was a significant action. It's not well marked nowadays, but these were really. You got to remember these were small battles. I mean, you got about 20,000 Federals against a few thousand Confederates. Really, it's just delaying actions, but it was significant because it started. Grant was being stalemated up at Vicksburg, but what do you do with the Vicks fortification? You surround it. So, all right, so we can move on. This is a building in the town itself, Port Gibson. It's a commercial building, and that's
And
what's
it's
part
just
of it.
pretty.
So,
It's just
yes.
pretty.
And yes, the history is awesome, and then we got a lot more. And I like I said, I need to take some time and talk about the history parts.
Yeah, we'll
in the second
probably
show.
well not will. Dadman will probably be taking a lot of these battlefields that we're going to. We are going to kind of, I hate to say, zip through them. We did a lot with the live streams where we're spent a lot more time. But he'll probably at some point do some of these battlefields and do more in depth with
Yep.
them.
Yes.
But like I say, if we did it now, we'd have a 10-hour stream because
Yeah.
he just loves talking history.
And we still have, and folks, thank you for your patience. We still got some significant stuff to come up ahead of us. So I'm going to try to get through a little bit, a few of these things. But this was, like Mrs. said, this was an absolute detour. This was a gem. This is probably one of the highlights of the whole surprise things. I knew about Grand Gulf being, and like I said, it was just a skirmish, really. Once basically you had Union gunboats, you had Confederates on the bluffs. It was really a naval shooting back and forth. But then when the Union landed troops south, the Confederates had to give up the position eventually. But what was neat was it's been preserved. The terrain is there.
Mm-hmm.
The things are marked. You can see the Mississippi River. And the little battle, you can understand why it was not really a big battle per se. When you see the area and you consider 25,000 Union troops are coming down on you. This is go ahead, Mrs. Folks, please read this sign. 13 of y'all are watching. Read this sign seriously. We are not kidding.
I remember seeing signs about going to the Grand Gulf nuclear power plant, but I didn't think really anything of it. Well, we're within the 10-mile radius of the nuclear plant. So if something happened, there was all these rules and things that you needed to do, which I didn't read the sign, but Dad
I know. I told
did.
you. I told you. I told
he
you.
said something, and I just totally whiffed it. But yes, so
woo nukes.
yeah, so Yes, that actually was, and so I thought that's kind of I was reading it as I was putting this together, and I'm like, "What? What?"
I love that. I
So,
got
anyway, so that was kind of funny.
stay right there real quick. Yeah, that is so funny. But yeah, it was just like you didn't even think anything of it. I'm sitting there like, hey, what the what? The,
Well,
and it was
I
like,
even saw the nuclear power plants, and it was like I didn't even think I didn't even think anything of it, to be honest with you. And this really is I really it wasn't freaked out about. I just thought it was interesting. If it's your time to go, it's your time to go, man. But yeah, it was just like, oh wow, that's kind of interesting.
you know what's funny? That your whole attitude on that reminded me of one other time. Is when you were so calm having our first kids, like nothing bothered you. It was like, that's kind of how this was. Next, no big deal.
Yeah, I
But
see.
like Snorter Poopa said, not a big battle, but significant. Yes, exactly, because it forced the Confederates back in to eventually get surrounded by at Vicksburg. Absolutely, you'll see that in many of those cases up and down that river there. Mr. Angel says a tiny bit of mutation might occur during your vacation. 5-star recommend.
Hey,
If it's glowing in
mutation.
the dark, don't touch it. That's too funny.
Oh, I'm gonna behave. I'm so gonna behave. Uh,
Okay.
uh,
All right. So we got the power plant notice, and then we got a few scenes, a few shots here. This is a historic Spanish house that was here on site near at the time of the battle, and
did you
the
want to
original got
read it, or
damaged.
did you want me to
I,
show the picture?
we'll just
Uh,
show the picture. Basically, the house was there, it got damaged. It was reconstructed after that because it was so close to what one of the forts here, Fort Wade. Now remember, folks, a fort is just in this case is earthen forts. They're just like some dug in fortifications. It's not like you think of Fort Sumter, big masonry forts and walls and stuff, but you could have three different quote forts in one little area here like that. But because each spot is considered its own fort. So, and Fort Wade was one of the main battery positions here at Grand Gulf. So,
there's a bell.
the bell with the Spanish
Ring a
house.
bell.
And we've got here's a 13-inch mortar. Like I said, probably used by the Union at Vicksburg. In early 1900s, it was seen partially buried in the levee on Davis Island. These mortars were mounted on schooners or box-like boats. Mortars weighed 17,000 pounds, fired 200-pound explosive bombs. Yeah,
Wow.
and it's true. We think of ironclads, timberclads, gunboats, and stuff. They would put these mortars out on barges and float them down the river to lob shells. You remember, because to get over the walls of fortifications when you're in siege warfare, you could fire mortars from on land and in the river too. So, and this is the ammunition magazine. Of course, what you're going to see is there's a big hole down in the ground, but that's what you would do with an earthen fort. You bury your magazine down underground to protect it from enemy fire, and so like we
That's
see
the
at Fort
whole.
McAllister, they built up earth around it, but in this case, it was in the ground. So, all right, and basically, the couple sons that talked about the victories, the different things here at Grand Gulf. It talked about there were two different naval battles here. Both times Union pulled away, but then again, when the Union crossed the river at Port Gibson, worked their way up to Grand Gulf. Then the position was determined untenable. So hey, oh man, hey Gap, thanks for coming for so long. Thanks for being here. Hopefully catch more at the end or watch the replay later once on for the parts that you missed, because we got some great video at Vicksburg too. So, but you have a good night too. So, all right. So, and like I said, once it was untenable on May 1, the Confederates spiked the guns, destroyed the ammunition, and abandoned the work. So, then pulled out, and Grand Gulf was occupied by Union forces. So, All righty, and we'll go through these quickly. This is some detail about the two battles, um, the two naval battles here. This one and the next one, and of course, there's Ulysses S. Grant sent the troops down further south of the river, and then coming up on the eastern bank up towards Grand Gulf. So
That was our lunch.
yes, that was a lunch. Because, folks, what had happened on this detour, we spent 2.5 hours here just at Grand Gulf. And we were planning to do a whole day at Vicksburg, and it was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
So we ate in the car. And, of course, they had some nice souvenirs for a place like
Yeah.
this. It was just amazing to
A
see.
nice shirt. I like that shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the front of it.
Yep.
And then we got free little drink
Yay.
cozies.
Those
Yeah,
were
pink
free,
one and
yes.
a blue one. Yes.
Yeah.
They had yeah, it was really nice. A really nice area.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went down the road to the mighty Mississippi. Now, I thought I had seen the Mississippi at Vicksburg, but the
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi, that river is not the Mississippi. The Mississippi was diverted, and
Yep.
it's something else now.
The
It's like,
Yazoo. It's a Yazoo tributary or something like
so
that.
I had never seen the Mississippi River before.
And
So
this is at Grand Gulf also. Just
yeah, this was at Grand Gulf. You went down the road to the Mississippi. So this was our this was cool. So we saw the Mississippi, and there's a picture, and there's another picture. And I'm hoping the audio works. I'm hoping the
please
audio
tell
works.
us if y'all can hear the audio, okay? Because we're experimenting with this.
That is the Mississippi River, the mighty Mississippi. Was that not cool? Oops. So here. So after the miss, sorry, I had to go
Right.
to the. So, did you guys hear it or
Were y'all able
not?
to hear the audio?
We didn't talk or anything. It just was sound.
Yep. Snora Poopa said this burrito survived the Battle of Grand Gulf and recovered in a nearly perfectly preserved condition.
Yes.
5x5, and Mississippi is a big
Oh,
river.
you heard
Yes,
it.
it
Oh,
is.
excellent. Oh, excellent. It worked.
Yay.
Oh, that
All
makes me
right.
happy.
We figured out we have to do it through Google Chrome then. So, all right, that's
Yes.
perfect. So now what we have here, though, is the flood stages of the Mississippi River down here at Grand Gulf. Because it shows you the years of the different floods. I mean, 2011, it was 57 feet high above where it is now. That top line that's there.
So when it was at this pole, it was at that height.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's
Yep.
really kind of cool.
Yep. So powerful river, as you can see from that. That video didn't even do it justice, folks. That
No,
being out there
no.
right beside it, really,
Oh, it was.
you can't play with rivers, especially
Uh-uh.
one like that. So, all
And
right,
now
on to Vicksburg.
on to Vicksburg. Whoops.
Excuse me. So, and like we talked about, after crossing the Mississippi River and the Port Gibson, so Grant moved to capture Grand Gulf, and then eventually move up to, well, because Nathaniel Banks was not yet in position at Port Hudson, Grant went ahead to move against Vicksburg. So then Grand Gulf became the Ford supply base, and by May 8, over 2 million rations were stockpiled in Grand Gulf for Grant's army.
That was a big thing right there.
Mm-hmm. This is the Southern Siege Lines at Vicksburg. We stumbled upon this time new.
Yeah, this was really cool. But we had
And-
somebody that just annoyed the crap out of us and came by.
Exactly. He wanted to be part of the trip too. So
Yes, he
he's
jumped
out
in front of Dadman and stole the show.
Exactly. So that's all cool. I didn't mind sharing it. So this is, like I said, the Southern Siege Lines, the start of it here. You can go ahead. We can go ahead and go there. It shows you, and we'll get more into this when we talk about Vicksburg, specifically the rail lines. So we talked about Corinth on our drive streams. I mean, Vicksburg, not only the Mississippi River, but rail lines is so important in fighting a war, moving troops and moving supplies. So, and there's the interest of Vicksburg National Military Park. You got that. You can see some of the earthworks there that are there. Oh. Star Poopa said that damn unicorn again.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this tonight, but I wanted to show it to y'all because I think these are really cool. Because when we talk about Vicksburg, some of them are lunettes, redans. You will see these terms thrown into the positions. But what I liked about this park is it showed you what these features are mentioned out in the park. Redans had a offer a projected line of defense. The troops inside the walls could fire into the flanks of an attacking force. So, because of the point, it's geometry, I think. So, you got the redan, you got the lunette. There's a Texas lunette. So the design was to extend the fortifications out from the main line. So it just allowed it to fire in the flanks or the rear of attacking force. And then the next one, the redoubt. So yeah, all these things mean a lot in terms of tactics and battles and stuff. And, we hope to get into that a little bit more.
So are these like buildings, like fortifications?
No, they're dug out. They're dug out.
Oh, they're dug out. Okay.
They're dug out. You could build them.
That makes so much more sense.
Well, you could build them with structures and abati and different things, but really what they did, especially at Vicksburg, they dug them into the ground.
Right.
And it's how you shape. You remember how Fort 96 was in South Carolina? It was dug into the ground.
Yeah.
It's just you're taking this and you're putting it into the ground using earthworks.
Oh, okay.
And 10 people are still with us. Thank you, folks.
Wow.
Make sure you hit that like button and follow us on Twitch and sub and all that over here on the YouTube side. Now, here's a great display of cannon, of different types of cannon that were used at Vicksburg. And, and see, like here, you got the 6-pound gun here.
There's the back. Well, I'm going to say, I'm going to show the back of it, the front of it, and inside the barrel so you can see whether it's a smooth bore or rifled.
Yes, Mrs.
I remembered. And I know what the difference is. A rifled causes it to spin.
Yep.
Which gives it more accuracy.
Yep. Exactly. It's like throwing a football. Tighter spin makes it more accurate and gets there faster. Let me say this with Mr. Angel. Mr. Angel absolutely makes a point right here with this. We have a fort north of us, Fort McAllister, that looks like the Shire because they got big mounted up mounds. And that's exactly right. They can take a better hit. And all you do is go through more dirt in it. You're easy to repair, unlike brick and masonry forts.
Right.
Which I want to go back to Fort Pulaski because, folks, if you know your history, Fort Pulaski was where the rifled artillery were first time used significantly in the Civil War, and it resulted in really brick and masonry forts being outdated because of the technology. So,
okay.
So I'm sorry.
That's okay.
A great point there. Yes.
So the first gun is a Brennan 6-pounder gun.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, sounds impressive. It's a 6-pounder the size of the shell.
It's
the weight.
I think it's the weight of the shell.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So that's the front of it. Now, okay, class, is this smooth or rifled?
Looks like a smooth bore to me.
It looks like a smooth bore to me.
It's Snorter Poopas. Hey,
120-pound, a big bird.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then a 8-inch, is it 3-inch or 8-inch? 8-inch ordnance rifle.
3 ounce. 3 ounce.
3-inch.
3 inch.
That's the size of the projectile. Yeah. The 3-inch ordnance rifle here.
There's the front of it. And this one is rifled.
Yep. You can see the ridges inside.
The ridges. Whoop, whoop,
yep.
Whoop.
Exactly.
He's making me learn stuff, people. A
Oh, the field howitzer.
I've heard of the word howitzer.
Hmm. You see a lot of these on the Civil War battlefields too. You
Hmm.
know, so so smooth bore.
You sure?
That yeah,
Okay. I guess that's just damage.
it could be. Yeah,
24-pound siege gun.
siege gun. Yeah, look at that.
They're just so pretty, I think.
Hmm.
Just the design of them. Whoops.
Yep.
Smooth.
And I'm gonna get to Mr. Angel's comment in just a second when we're through with these. The Dahlgren shell gun. Yep, the 9-inch. Yep. A lot of
That's
these
just
are.
the
Yeah,
funniest
but
looking
it's
design.
because of distance and stuff. Some of these are
Yeah.
designed more for siege gun than they are open field artillery. So.
Smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if I'm going too fast
No,
because I'm just trying to.
I think you're doing good speed with this.
Okay. Siege mortar, 10-inch. Oh, this is a dinky one.
Yep.
This is kind of like the one that we saw at Grand Gulf, right?
Right. Exactly. It's a mortar. Yep. Which is interesting because like at McAllister, they have a mortar off to the side in its own separate area. So.
But I didn't notice that. Oh, I guess it does. It's up there. Never mind. And then this is the
Columbiad 10-inch. Yep. This type of gun you'll see on the brick masonry forts a lot more. They're on tracks and things.
Okay.
Like Pulaski and all that. You'll see those.
I bet those brass guns. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading
Yeah.
what. I think they should just shine one up just because they can.
Yep. Yep.
32-pound gun.
Yep.
Smooth. 32-pound
Siege gun.
siege gun.
Yep. And we hear Ang.
I know.
Oh. So
42-inch
there's your Parrott rifle, 42-inch Parrott rifle. So
that's so funny how narrow it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's rifled.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one, a 24-pound howitzer.
Field howitzer. Yep.
Well, are those so they carry it around? What are those?
That could be.
Wow.
It could be. But see, usually you're going to have horses. Some of those are like that. That gun may be like for light artillery, like for horse-drawn artillery for quick, rapid movement and deploying. Whereas a lot of those others take you a lot more effort to move. So, and Snore Poopa says Gesundheit. So, and Poopa said earlier, smooth as a baby's bottom.
Mm-hmm. So that's the last one. So if you wanted to,
yeah. Well, Mr. Angel said, Mr. Angel said, I live in the Netherlands. We have many small towns in star fort shape from 16th, 17th, 18th century. We love it. Yes, Mr. Angel. In 96 is a town in South Carolina. We went there a few years ago, and there is a Revolutionary War era fort. The British had commanded the town. I don't think the Patriots ever took it. I know they sieged it. And watching them grasshopper it and build the trenches up to the town, but it was the shape of a star. They called it Star Fort, and they actually had a buried tunnel leading from the fort into the town. So yes, I would absolutely love that because that was really a cool fort to see. So the Star Forts were big things. Jess, I do like cannon salutes. Absolutely. Snore to Poopa's breast guns are beautiful.
I love it when they go and like at the Civil War reenactments or whatever, and they do the cannon demonstrations and all the car alarms go off. I just love that.
Yes.
And Mr. Angel, I know that it's important, but I would love it if they just had one that was in, like they kept in the building or whatever, that they shined just to see how it looked originally.
Mhm.
I just think that would just be so pretty.
Yes. No, it didn't end well for them. Yes, exactly. I tell you, those star forts are something else. I liked them. One of the things though here at Vicksburg, this shows you a little bit. This is from a view from Confederate position, backs along the river, cross over to where Union positions ahead of it. So you'll see a lot of terrain up and down, a lot of hills. What's really interesting here that we'll have to do another time with more time is the really small battlefield that's preserved. I mean, I know that there's more than just what's here, but still, they did reposit. They do have things in proximate distance to each other. But if you sit here and think of how many hundreds of thousands of troops were in one area, plus the citizens of the local area, you're like, this is crazy. I mean, how could they so many be in such a small area? Well, if you
Hmm.
know the story with Vicksburg, it's clay, and also the people, the citizenry ended up living underground and in the cliffs and stuff. Which they
Hmm.
had some of that in the visitor center, which
Yeah.
we'll talk about more another time. And we got 10 people still with us again. Hey,
Wow. Awesome.
hey, all righty. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us.
This kind of shows the terrain really good.
This is from the Illinois Monument
Hmm.
facing Jess. I know you're still here. This particular monument is the Illinois Monument. And this is facing from the Union siege lines to where in the distance that white building is roughly where the Confederate lines were, and then to the right up the road there was where the Confederate positions were. So when you're on a battlefield, you don't understand how close these people are together, and I mean, it's just amazing how close they are. Nowadays, modern
Hmm.
warfare from miles, you don't even see people, but it was all
Everything.
close proximity.
It's a video game now.
Yeah. But what I found interesting here, and this is, I'm going to take a few moments here, and I appreciate all y'all staying with us for so long. But this is an important one to talk about to everybody. That if you don't make it back for the forts, Jess, I mentioned you specifically for Illinois. This Illinois monument was a very special monument that was built around 1915 to 1919 at a cost of about $109,000. It's got 47 steps up to the top, representing the number of days in the siege. I don't know how many pictures we have tonight, but there's actually
I actually don't have a lot of pictures.
right.
We
Okay,
have the one with
there
the audio, and then we have the one with it moving around.
there are pieces of Grant of Lincoln's Gettysburg Address on the outside of the building in different places in the monuments. But this one is go ahead to advance to the next one.
You want me this?
Is the next one video or is it a
The
picture?
next one is the audio.
Okay, let me finish with it right then.
Do
If
you
you
want
were
me
with
to
us,
do? Do you want me to do
you
the
can get it.
video?
You can get it. No, you can just get it queued up. It
Okay,
just
I can just do the video where you can show the inside and talk about it, and then we can do the audio.
okay. Well, let me. Okay, we can do. Let me preface it with this one. Sorry, I know I'm confusing myself. What we, the reason why, if you were with us on this drive stream that day, the Miss and I were out of a car and stopped before this, and somebody came up and was listening to me talk to you guys. And if you're there, you heard them say, "Oh, thank you for this information. It's very informative." Well, they had a relative that was in Illinois Third Cavalry. So now that's what we're going to show you on the inside of how this monument was, because the intent of this whole monument was that they would recognize not only just every unit from Illinois that fought at Vicksburg, but every soldier within every unit at Vicksburg. So, and we can go ahead. Yes, you hated this. Yes, exactly, exactly. All
So
right.
do you want
So
the video or
go
do you
ahead with the
want the
video.
audio?
Go ahead with whatever you have next. We can
I
work
can
with
do either one. Which one do you want?
it. Go ahead and go with the. Actually, go with the video first. Let people see the video, and then we'll do the audio. Okay, stop it real quick. Okay, on your right, yes, right there. Now these are the units. When you walk in numerical alphabetical order, they start with cavalry, infantry, artillery, or artillery, cavalry, infantry, from one side of the wall all the way around wrapped. They list every single unit that was there, whether it's like 1st Artillery Division. The person that came up and thanked me for the information, that we told them about this monument because they said they had a relative that fought in the 3rd Illinois Cavalry. They came here, they found their family member on the bronze plaques. So every single unit and every single soldier from Illinois that fought in this battle were recognized here. When you walk in, the first thing you see, Mrs., go ahead and play it just a hair and then stop. Stop. Okay, right above that bronze, I believe is Lincoln's is a dedication for that, and I've got somewhere where I read it, but we can do that another time. But above that, and we didn't catch it here, but above that, you walk in, first thing you see is Abraham Lincoln, Ulysses S. Grant, the leaders. Then to the side, you have the corps commanders and the division commanders. So all of and then the bronze plaques are all the companies and all the other units that are on there. So go ahead and you look, there's this tile floor that's all in here right now. And stop. In the middle is a seal of the state of Illinois. Can you are you able to scroll in on this one?
Nope.
Okay.
Why not?
Now, if you look, okay, hold on, stop.
I'm trying to get
okay. Okay, go ahead and play it again. Stop. Okay. See, Johnny Smith, Brigadier General. You got your brigade commanders up on the wall above it. You got the seal of Illinois right down there below it. So that's what, and then the unit, you got your divisions, companies, and all that's down below. Okay. Go ahead, Mrs. And this, again, the brigadiers, go ahead, and then stop. An open vaulted ceiling. Yeah, just really amazing, the architecture, how they did it. Okay, you can go ahead and play it. And I'm just going to let it play here at this point. Yeah. August 26th, 1818. I guess this state was established. And we'll play this. See where we end. Okay, stop.
Oh, wait.
Okay, right above there, right up top there, you can barely make it out. See, to the right, it's John A. Logan, Corps Commander, but right above the blue there, it's Abraham Lincoln and Ulysses S. Grant. Okay, go ahead.
That's it.
Okay, that's it. All right. Now let's
oh wait, I lied. It's not it.
It's okay. You really can't. Let's see. Go ahead and pause it real quick. Let's see. It's basically the dedication to those of Illinois that fought here. Okay, you can go ahead and play. (1906). All right, and then we go forward a little bit more. And like I said, some of Lincoln's speeches on the outside of the walls. There's other art on the outside of the building too. So really an impressive piece of architecture. Now the missus, when we get done with this, is going to play one more audio, and I'm going to be quiet because, it's this is a very moving memorial.
You ready?
One second. Yeah, because many times, you just walk up to something's a more memorial, but just you got vaulted all the memories that are there. Go ahead. Yeah, it's really eerie with the echo.
I'm going to step out and let Dadman do a recording.
Can you stop it?
Okay.
You see right there to the right, the infantry, like I was talking about. In that case, there are some specific infantry units. But notice the echo, though. I mean, it really has been one of the most moving memorials, monuments that I've ever been in with that echo. Okay, go ahead.
That's
If you
about it.
can,
Yeah. So, all right, that's the Illinois Monument, guys. So, very, like Atwood said, pretty. Yeah, that it really, really was. So,
And we have one more thing to show.
Sonora Poopas asked if there's seals in Illinois. So,
No, no.
oh, hey, Mr. Angel, polar bear caught trying to consume Bronze State seal demands more ketchup.
Yes.
Oh, you guys love it. 12 of y'all still here with us. Okay, go ahead, Mrs.
This is for our friend.
Yes. Here you go, Sonora Poopas.
Just for you.
Ulysses S. Grant, commander of Union forces at Vicksburg. So, and I know Snorta Poopas won't mind me seeing this over on another stream. He made a point that this fall of Vicksburg is a very underrated event because everybody focuses on Gettysburg. Because Gettysburg was back July 1 to 3. Vicksburg surrendered on July 4. So, yes, so it's Ulysses, yes. Oh, man. The Shad Aquarium. I'm not sure. That must be something in Illinois. But, hey, all righty. All right. Well, that's all we had for Vicksburg, right?
Yes.
All right. All
I
right.
think, I did not put my ending slide on, but that was the end of day 2.
Day 2, yes. All right.
And I don't have my slide, and I'm very sad.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. So we're.
Oh, wait, no. Wait. Let me look and see if
right.
I guess I really like that. So, oh, nope, I don't have it.
Yep. Aquarium in Chicago. Yeah. Yeah. Unusually dressed up for that photo. Yeah. With that long field coat. Yeah. That was a formal picture right there. We didn't bother putting Pemberton in because, yeah, I might when we get to, if we do a real Vicksburg show, but yeah.
But anyway, that was the end of day 2.
Day 2. Where we ended up in Jackson, Mississippi, where we ate at Cane's the second time on the trip.
Yes.
So then what's our next? Okay. This next day will go a little bit quicker.
Yes,
so
yes. If Dadman will
food.
not talk so much.
I'm sorry. There's so much history there. Sorry about that. But we still got 12 people with us. So
okay,
hey.
So we start here. And then we go all the way up to here. So we don't have that many stops, so we have a lot of driving.
Mm-hmm.
So our first stop is Uncle Lou's Fried Chicken.
Oh, man.
And we've heard the stories about how other people in the group didn't want to go to Uncle Lou's, and we said we don't care. We're going to Uncle Lou's. But it ended up everybody went to Uncle Lou's, which I think is so, so funny.
Dadman had a Dadman rant on that one.
Yes. He's like,
well, you're like, Dadman, they're not going. And I'm like,
that's the only reason the one damn thing I want. So we went to Uncle Lou's. And everybody else followed us.
Yep.
Oh, that scared me. It went. So
I thought it was a video.
This is the inside of Uncle Lou's. And there he was with the
Guy Fieri.
Oh yes. I'm sorry. All of a sudden my brain went.
Wow. They wanted a $5,000 award. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
yes, everyone loves Uncle Lou's.
Yeah, Uncle Lou's is good.
Well, what's really
drive-ins, what is it? Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Yeah. I was trying to remember the name of the thing, and I couldn't read the sign.
Yes. But what's really, really cool, you say everyone loves Uncle Lou's. That's true even in real life, because when we went there on this first trip, Uncle Lou himself was there.
Yes.
Exactly. And
he was very, very nice.
very nice guy. Moving tables for everybody to come sit
Oh, yeah.
together. And I
Yeah.
proceeded to tell him how half the party didn't want to come, but I said we're coming anyway.
And they all showed up anyway. And
Yeah,
it was
he
good. And
laughed.
we brought home some of that sweet, spicy love sauce.
Yeah,
Youngest loves it.
yeah. And wait
So-
till you see the food, folks, if you have
So
not
here's
seen
the
it in our
food. Here's the
shorts.
food. That was some of the best fried chicken. I'm
It was-
serious. It was not
greasy.
not greasy, not overly battered. The white meat was still tender, juicy. It was good. That right there, you gotta look get a close up of that. See that sheen on that?
Hmm.
You see how shiny that is? Tell them what that is.
That is honey.
Honey.
That was not honey butter. That's honey on the biscuits.
Yes.
So, and there's honey in the macaroni and cheese over there
Yes,
too.
there's honey in the mac and cheese
Mhm.
also. Doesn't
So,
get closer.
Yeah,
So they have that.
I like what store posts. You will go to Uncle Lou's and you will enjoy it, or there will
Yes.
be consequences.
Yes.
Yep.
To have 2-piece or 4-piece, we would get a 2-piece and a 4-piece and then split it.
Strange.
Oh. I'm sorry we got back on food. This
Sorry.
is really good. This is really good. Their
Exactly.
fries were good. All their sides were good. Yum, yum, yum.
Yep.
I want to go back to Memphis just to have their chicken.
Which is funny. On the end of our trip, we ended up back through Memphis
Yeah, we went through Memphis again and ate again. It was good.
on the way to Shiloh.
So I think that's all the pictures of Uncle Lou's.
Okay.
So we will put Mr. Angel out of his misery,
Yeah.
and we'll show our drives on the way to Grandview.
Woohoo! What an old metal bridge, though. Memphis
we
was
went-
really jammed up with construction too, but
Yeah, we went over a metal bridge, which was kind of cool. Just some of the Ozark and Wilford, Arkansas.
mhm. As you can see, we're advancing up the road.
Yep, see, we're driving
love
up the
that.
road.
I actually can see that now. That's really, really cool the way you did
I
that.
actually, these pictures had GPS markings on them. So I actually kind of figured out where we really were. So this really is Hardy, Arkansas. So it's crazy. See, now Mammoth Spring.
Hmm.
I love this road. Woo! That's why I showed this picture. And then, this. Now we're going to look at this. I don't know if you guys can kind of tell what that is. It's blurry, but it was so friggin' cool.
Yes.
So I think the video is after this, and I'm going to have to pause it and go slow. This guy, there he is right there. He was, pardon my French, he was hauling ass. That thing was going fast. So the little Amish,
We're doing near 70, I think, at that point.
Yeah. Yes. So the Amish, there were two of them. There was one with a lady in the buggy, and then this gentleman who was driving really fast. So that's really all that is of that. But I thought that was so cool that I had to show it. So we'll just do it in full speed now. We'll go back a little bit. And this is like as we're driving. I'm like, oh shit.
I know.
But I
was.
couldn't get a picture. So that was basically that.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then deep water on our way to Grandview. Just some pretty scenery. And then where did we eat? And stop number 2.
Mr. Angel wants an elephant kebab to go, please. Plenty of hot sauce. But then he said, horsepower Amish Ferrari drag race. Yes.
He was hauling butt.
He was. I could not believe they could move that fast.
Well, I knew horses, can go fast, but it just was crazy. I mean, it was crazy.
Exactly. But yeah, Providence Pizza. Yes. This was, mine was okay. I got a boring old traditional type of Detroit type pizza that was tomato, pepperoni, that stuff. So mine was boring, but this is the one that
Right
was.
there. Oh
You
shoot!
know,
I thought I had Dadmans. I guess I didn't put yours in here.
it's fine. Mine was just a plain pizza type thing. The
Yeah.
real big was this one. The
Okay.
Mrs. had was a deep dish Detroit style, but
It
what
was
came
deep
on that?
dish. It had gorgonzola cheese
Hmm.
with fig jam sprinkled with balsamic glaze and bacon. I think it had bacon.
Mm.
It was good. It was almost like a dessert pizza. I ate some and I ate some the next day, but that was delicious.
Hmm. Oh
No, he
God,
didn't lose. No. He did not lose a drag race.
no. Well, that one spot was I was slowing down because we were like, "What the heck?" We got up onto it so quickly. It was like, it's like you don't want to slam on brakes and cause an accident, but it was like
Uh,
we would have been way past him really quick. But
yeah,
still, the fact
he
when
was hauling butt
he was
though.
hauling, I mean, I had to really get speed up when I got around him because
Yeah.
that was incredible with what he was doing speed wise.
Doesn't that look good?
And that,
Oh, that looks so
that's the jam,
good.
right? The fig jam, right?
That's the jam and that's the glaze.
Yeah, absolutely. So exactly. So hey, definitely an interesting pizza. Definitely an interesting place to go. Uh,
And oh,
it
we
was rigged.
have
They had divine help.
it was rigged. Get it? It was a buggy and it was rigged.
Yes, I get it. Yes. Oh,
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Grandview, I don't know what to say
home of the
about Grand.
Walmart. We could not friggin' find
Oh
the
my
friggin'
gosh,
Walmart.
it was ridiculous. Um, but it was a quaint little town, and I think the next one will be our little drive through Main Street.
Yeah.
That's about that's Main Street, guys. Whee!
Yay. And of course, what was so stupid was the GPS kept taking us over here to find the Walmart when the Walmart was back on the other side of the road, supposedly.
Yeah, we never found it. We never
Yeah.
found the
We
Walmart.
gave up. We gave up and went up the road. Very
Yeah.
punny.
Yes. Yes. We
Absolutely.
okay.
So then,
And then that pretty much is
oh, you have your last slide, though, don't you?
the end of day 3.
Yay. Like sort of
Oh,
says, don't blink.
I'm exhausted and we just only did 3 days.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And there we are. We're at stop number 12, I think.
Yay. And Mr. Angel, go Amish Lightning, go Amish Lightning. But don't blink. You're right, Snort Poop. This trip went so fast when we started and then looked back. It went way too fast.
I think he was talking about the buggy.
I know it was too,
Oh,
but I could take it to the whole trip too because it was like, just it was a great adventure, and we can't wait to share more of this with you guys because it will be a blast to share it. More stuff to come, especially when we get to Yellowstone and specifically that place that God, I really could have spent the night. You will take a couple minutes. What are some of the lessons that you learned? Because this is a point we can hit with as we do these. But what are a couple things that you learned out of the trip? What would you do better next time or different?
I would not unless it was like Yellowstone or something like that. I wouldn't necessarily make hotel reservations.
Yeah, it'd probably
So,
take a few more days though.
well, I think if we didn't do hotel reservations, we could have enjoyed a lot
Yeah,
more
but
stuff.
well, I'm thinking though, like if we'd have stopped earlier in Wyoming before we got to Denver, then it would have thrown all of our time frames off. We would have needed more days to do, like Wilson's Creek or Pea Ridge and stuff like that.
Well,
So
you got to sometimes give things up too, and that's another thing you got to learn is that you got so many days. I mean, we're not independently wealthy. If we
Yeah.
were independently wealthy, we could just do this forever, but we're not.
Yeah. I hope.
Yes, lesson number one, snortopoopus. You are correct. Show, put that up there. You see it, Dad
Yeah.
Man?
Yeah. My sister just texted me. My sister's like, I think they're watching it, but they're
Oh,
anyway. But hey,
yes, yes. Always pack some toilet paper in your purse,
and
and
Mrs. did have that and paper towels. So the
but they
Miss
weren't in my purse. And what's the lesson number two?
damn straight,
Avoid Denver.
damn
Absolutely.
straight.
Oh
Wait
God,
till
that
you hear
place
the story about us
sucks.
going to Denver. I think
Oh
we kind of
gosh, I
told it
got so
before, but
tired of singing.
oh my gosh, Mrs. I could not have made that last hour without you.
Oh,
You know, that was hell that night. That I mean, the dark look, and that was after we told the GPS to go take a flying fornication because we're like, something ain't right. Because if you look at that map up there, look where Casper is. We were going to be pulled over to Casper, and I was like, wait, something's wrong with this. So
yeah.
trying to get to Denver. So Mr. Angel says lesson two: heifer tellers and radiation students.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
Geiger.
Especially if we're
Exactly.
going back
Well,
to
hello,
golf.
Laura Kitty. Welcome.
Oh,
Hey, good to
hello.
see you. Meow back to you. Meow. Uh,
Yeah.
hope glad you made it in here, and not sure how long you've been, but if make sure you go back and watch some of the other stuff. Join us tomorrow night too, folks, because we've got a lot more coming with all this. So
Yep.
exactly. So make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because we actually did pick up some more subs today, and I don't know. We'll see how things go, and just great to share these adventures with you, great people out here today
Yes.
tonight,
Yes. It's
and
been
look forward
fun.
to it. So, and like I said, one thing we cannot say enough is the thank you to everybody that joined us during the day trips and the live streams because yeah, yeah. And we got hugs and we got meows too, Mrs.
Oh, meow.
Meow. But these, especially that drive from um, Jackson, Mississippi up to Grandview, Missouri, that was a 13-hour drive, folks. What? Do not let Mrs. Dadman close to the historical cannon with rag and copper polish.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't, even though I think it would be. I know how you don't do that to stuff, but I still think it would look. I can just imagine in my mind.
Well, Lisa's here. Lisa, I'm sorry. Oh, I know you've got a lot of stuff going, Lisa, but good to see you now. Hey. All right. And Castle's meow now. We got a meow fest now. All right.
You know, I do want to say something to everybody. If you go to Dadman's channel and look at the shorts, some of these things we have shorts on about, like Falls Park. Um, I don't know if you did one for the Illinois Monument.
I
Uh,
did not post that one up, I don't think. But
we'll try to look and find some, and we'll probably be posting some of them too if we haven't already. Um, but yeah, go there and you can get like these little tidbits of some of the stuff that we had here, some of our silly stuff, uh, and that. So check out Dead Man's shorts. They're cute.
thank you. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
All right. Hey. All right.
Oh no, Mister Angel, no, it will not be me. I think stunning or someone might go and do it to get me in trouble.
No, he'll get that Amish guy to chase you. Well,
Yeah.
what is this? I really don't want to look at Dadman shorts. Sorry, just kidding, but not. Are you kidding?
Oh, then watch the video shorts, then just you don't have to look at his shorts.
Hey, I got great shorts, but hey, listen, I tell you that was awesome to see that the Uncle Lou's fried chicken, the Illinois monument though, and the history of that Illinois monument, what it stood out for, and that was amazing. And I'm glad that y'all got to see it. If y'all did miss that part, please go back and watch it. This there's been some really, really good things that we've done in here because like we said, we started out with Bama Hinge, Then we went to the world's largest rocking chair in Alabama. And we hit Raising Cane's for the first time. Had dinner with the Great Clobbering Times at our walk-ons. And then we visited LSU's campus and the football stadium. Made our way up to Grand Gulf, Port Gibson for some Civil War battles that led up to the Battle of Vicksburg, or really Siege of Vicksburg, and saw a few of the little of the big things that were here between the cannons, and definitely that Illinois Monument. That's a beautiful monument that really, if you ever get to Vicksburg, you've got to check that out. And then we hit Uncle Lou's Fried Chicken, folks.
Woohoo!
Absolutely, which we hit twice on this trip, and then ended up this episode here in Missouri. So, and we'll see where we go tomorrow. Leaving Missouri, headed north up through Iowa, through South Dakota, and I will tell you one thing that I learned this time was not to be afraid so much, because I've never done a drive like this before. I've never driven in mountains, and the thought of 10,000 feet elevations driving up and down was really intimidating. But I will tell you, this Road Trippers app helped in so many ways that we knew where to get gas and where we could get hotel reservations. So you get many apps, but this one was really good for finding stuff like that, and it really put my mind at ease a lot. But the one thing we did find out, though, is when it comes to businesses and stuff, you probably ought to Google their websites and stuff first, because things can get outdated and stuff like that. So, exactly. Yeah. And Mr. Angel, yes, we put 6,000, for everybody that hadn't heard, we put 6,009 miles on this car. We were just short of 150 hours on the road. The first thing that car got was a great spa day, as the missus said, right?
Yes. We took her in for a spa day. She got
And
everything
belts.
checked out.
And that was the
Yes.
first thing with the belts. Yes.
And then she got temperamental and needed
Go ahead.
birth.
Why don't you tell everybody about that? What happened with that? Because see, everybody thought
Oh,
everything was
we
resolved
thought
with the belt.
everything was fixed.
And
And
then
then
you went out
whenever
of town again and came back.
we thought everything was fixed, and then I went out of town, and then I came back, and every time we turned left, there was this squeal, and I'm like thinking, wow, that's weird, but maybe it's a belt that needs to be tightened or something. So brought it in, and they're like, it's not the belts, it's just that when you turn left, it squeals. So anyway, they said, we think it's the power steering pump. So we got the power steering pump replaced, but it still did it. He's like stressing out. We're supposed to be going up to Athens, Georgia, to see our oldest on Friday. Wednesday, Thursday or something. They put anyway. They couldn't figure out what it was. Friday, they're like, we don't know what it is. At 4:00, we don't know what it is. And we're like crap. Okay, so we need to go rent a vehicle because we don't feel comfortable driving it. So we go, and we were going to go get a vehicle, and then I realized I left my purse at home, so we had to go back and get it. We're almost to go rent a vehicle, and we get a phone call. Hey, have you gotten the car yet? And we're like, no. They says, well, good, we don't, because it's fixed. We're like, okay. So we went back and asked what happened, and basically they had talked to a master Kia mechanic. Yes, they do exist. And they said that sometimes you have to raise the front end of the vehicle and then just turn the steering wheel left and right, left and right, and left and right, because there was an air bubble in the line. So he said sometimes you have to do it like 50, 100 times. You just keep doing it. And man, they did it. And our mechanic said he saw the air bubble, and it works perfectly fine.
Yep.
So, yeah, hey. Our Kia needed to be burped.
Yes, exactly. Just like a little baby. So the Kia got a lot of good attention it really, really needed to. So, but yeah, it was definitely due for one. 6,000 miles. We were planning on what? It was about 5,800 miles, and then We had no clue it's going to be 150
yeah,
miles. But see, a lot of, but it's because we took a few other detours. We had
yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
detour of Grand Gulf, which is not far, but we'll see some more impromptu stops and trips along the way. Y'all
Oh
stay
yeah.
with us on Monday and Tuesdays. Mr. Angel said somebody zip tied a harmonica to the exhaust.
Yeah, yeah, it was insane. Well, the
Yes.
thing was is when they changed the belts, they did a test drive.
Hmm.
They realized that they only turned right
Yeah, they
and they
do.
never
They,
turned left.
they
So
come through our neighborhood. It's all right
so
turns.
so I said, "You need to change that." And they're like, "Yes, we do." So when they got it fixed, we told them, we said, you drive it around, you turn it left, you make sure it's working.
Put it on the
And
interstate.
he went on the interstate. I said, go on the we said, go on the interstate and everything. So he drove it on the interstate. He said, I did lots of left turns. I did lots of right turns. I went up to 80. I stopped. Everything. He goes, it didn't make a sound. And so we're like, good. So he fixed it. So it's
Yep.
like, yay.
Yep, absolutely. So I know, and some of y'all were concerned that day with the thing because, like, I was streaming Fortnite and Stunning was around, Lisa was around, and I was like, I got to go quick. So it's like, but hey,
Yeah.
it all worked good. We're home. We made it up there and back, and so hey, well, this concludes the first night. You guys that come in late, go back and check out some of what you might have missed earlier. Video will be out there, and hopefully even if you skim through, look for some of the things. Look for especially the Illinois Monument near Vicksburg, and look at some of the food. Poor Mr. Angel's probably, it's so late for him. He's going to have to go find some food again. So, but hey. With that, let me go ahead and we'll do a few things here on the way out the door. Join us again tomorrow night at Tuesday night, where we will go north from Missouri up and into South Dakota. We really just kind of did a flyby through Iowa, but a couple stops in South Dakota. We spent about 3 days in South Dakota, so come join us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. also. For more of our adventures. And remember, we will be doing this on Monday and Tuesday for the next several weeks until we complete the trip. So there you go, Snortapoopas. Next trip to Alaska to see Jeff and my cousins.
That would be,
Absolutely.
I'd love to go up to us.
That would.
But I want to go up to Alaska with somebody. No, I wouldn't just want to go up there.
No, exactly. So, and how that goes. Wait, hello. Hey, Ninja King Pro, good game. On 319 subs, did we get another one? We got 10 people in the chat. We got 11 people watching us right now.
Oh.
So, well, thank you. I will thank you for everything, and thanks for your support and all that. That's hey, we always appreciate it. So, all right. So, Mr. Angel said, almost breakfast time here. Huge omelet and bacon on baguette is on the menu. All right.
I will be taking a plane over. I should be there in time for breakfast tomorrow.
Wow.
Mm.
Well, thank you. And thank you, Ninja King Pro. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Thanks for saying hi. I could keep going, but I know we got to go.
We need to go. It's 2:30.
I know, but hey,
I got to finish the show tomorrow.
We know. And we got Tuesday night, and then we got Wednesday night for Fortnite with the missus, and our guests that are going to play with us will be the great Lorena Creole and Culture Casino. Come join us, hang out. Even if you don't like Fortnite, this is going to be an adventure, I think, and it'll definitely be funny. We'll have lots of laughs at least. So join us that for Wednesday night. Looking forward to that very much. So link us. To tomorrow. I don't have tomorrow night's link yet. I will link out in the Discord and Twitter later if I can. The Fortnite streams don't get linked ahead of time because I really have to just hit the go live button on my PS4. So, but I will put the links out there for tomorrow night's show during the night tonight, and in Discord and Twitterverse and all that stuff. So, but hey. So join us tomorrow night for the next leg of the trip. Join us Wednesday night for a great Fortnite thing that is really special. I've been looking forward to playing with these two for a long time, and it will be a blast. So come laugh with us. And then remember, Friday, 10. We're thinking 3:00 Friday afternoon. Lisa, make sure you got everything done. Studying you too. Fortnite Wilds 300 subscriber 24-hour celebration. 24 hours of Fortnite, guys. Thank you. The people that usually play with me, you're invited. We can play and have some fun. So hey, and I will. It's going to be interesting to see how I can do one thing for 24 hours. Last time we did 24 hours, there was a variety of things. This time, I think it's going to get hard.
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget, Sunday. I love this font you did here, Mrs.
It's a Transformer font.
I know, but I love that you did that. It was really, really cool. We'll next Sunday, 5 p.m. We'll have the great, stunning, and brave Megatron on as a guest. He'll be doing his art. Hey, Dave C. Dave, welcome. Oh my gosh, how are you tonight, Dave? Good to see you. All right, we got to do it again. Mrs. Dave's here now. It's a party.
No. Sorry.
No, Dave, we love you. Miss you in Fortnite, man. Hey, but hey,
yeah, we're glad you're here.
Yeah, go back and check out the video later too. Yeah, hit that like button.
Check out the video; it's really fun.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Go back and look at the Illinois Monument, the stuff at Vicksburg. I think you'll find that fascinating. Plenty of food to help carry you on overnight, all that. So, but yeah, join us for Sunday for Stunning. He's going to be great artist. Check out his channel. If you're, let's see, I would put his. I can't multitask right now. But yeah, we'll get Stunning's link out there. So Dave said.
Give me a second.
Oh, okay. Whenever you can, Dave. We're starting on Friday about 3 p.m. in the afternoon if everything works out right. So then you can come whenever you can. If you 3 o'clock in the morning might be a good time too. So whatever time works for you. It truly is going to be one of those people that I play with. Now, what I will preface is I need to have played with you, and I need to know who you are, because I don't just take people at random. We are 18 plus, and I need to make sure. But Dave, one thing you need to do, make sure you have the update loaded and ready to go. Okay, because if it's been a while since you played, it will take you a little while to upload. All right. So definitely be there for that. But absolutely. But also, hey, folks, August 19th will mark 1 year. And thank you, Mrs. Check Stunning out over here. Definitely a place to play. If you're on YouTube, it's the same link on Twitch and YouTube. But go check Stunning out. He does some great work. So, but this, folks, 1 year will be August 19th since my first stream. Go back and watch that stream. Fortunately, I had people like the Misses and some other friends in the chat that kind of helped me go on my first stream. But, and some of my first independent ones were really, really rough, But, hey, thank you all. And now 318 subs later, it's even better. So, hey, all right. Yes, it sounds great, too. All right. We got 11 people. All right. Well, we got to cut it off. I'm sorry. I could go all night, but we do have stuff we have to do.
We got 10 likes. Yay.
Yay. All right. Thank you. That's awesome. So, all right, folks. Well, hey, that's the latest. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Hope that you can make it back tomorrow night for another. I wonder whose lame idea that was. I think the name starts with an L and ends with an A, by the way. So, and Dave, you got to get in and play, because you got to play with Lisa. She's the latest of people that have picked up the Fortnite community with us. So, hey, you'll have a riot with Lisa's around. So, everybody. So, make plans for this in August. I'm not sure exactly what this will be. I'm sure we'll have guests on and talk and stuff like that. So, be fun. All right. So on that note, everybody, make sure you catch the videos again, either on Twitch or YouTube at Dadman Walking 55. Catch me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. That's a place to see whenever I go live, impromptu, anything else. Find out the latest on Twitter at Dadman Walking 55. And so one-stop shopping, it's all the same. It's there. So, and Lisa loves Fortnite. Liberace. Lilia. No, it's Lisa. Lisa, Mr. Angel. All right. So that's too funny. And Lisa and Jess say hi to each other. So you know what? It's crazy. We got 12 people here now, but I need to say goodnight. Thank y'all for hanging out with us for so long. Uh, go check out what we've done tonight. Look forward to our second day tomorrow. You're going to see some really, really cool stuff tomorrow night, and it'll be fun. More sharing of memories in the trip. Mrs., any last thoughts?
Good night.
There you go, folks.
I'm
Everybody,
tired. Good
I know.
night.
All right, y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here. Make sure you've hit that like button if you haven't. Put that bell for to get notifications on YouTube and get
Oh, Pot
notifications.
Horse. Did you see Pot Horse?
No.
He said
Oh, wow.
they've been lurking for the past 40 minutes. Awesome.
Wow. You know, this is why I like you guys, and I love the lurkers too. But it's always good when you at least say hi too, because then I know you're here, and that's awesome to see. Podcourse, thanks for being here for so long. See ya, Ninja King Pro, Mr. Angel, and
Bye-bye.
Night Bear. All right.
Bye.
We made 2.5 hours, so I will shut up, but I can keep talking. So, all right.
Say good night, Dad Man.
Good night, Dad Man.